out there. Some of them are right now building with their partners, and some of them, I know from our team as well, there are single women building this business. And I really want to, first of all, proud of you. That's really a huge thing for you. You are building your own empire. The fourth thing I want to give you regarding the responsibility of the leader. The first one is motivation through transformation. Right now, these days, everywhere is a transformation. There is a transformation for skin, hair, everything. Mm-hmm. But the real transformation you want to work on yourself is mindset, your belief, your attitude. Because you cannot attract the like-minded people if you don't have transformation in yourself through your mindset. Because I remember till now, I always work on my mindset itself. So I know we both are building it together, but I take my personal responsibility to listen to my own streaming, to read my own books. So, and in the initial phase, especially in the beginning, let me tell you one thing. I never ever spend any kind of money, my time or resources on my any other kind of transformation. I never ever did nails, the hair color, all these things, because I was so focused. So because I want to put my time, money, resources, everything in this business only. And that's how you attract like-minded people. That's how you build yourself first before you go out and build others. The second thing is, do not command, empathize. This is very, very important. Sometimes being a woman, it could be very hard for us. It's so easy for us to give other people, give any kind of command, because, we are together, we are kind of friends, we are in the same age, building it together. We are so easy to give command to other people. But it's so crucial to understand other people, especially women in the team. Listen to them very, very carefully and attentively, and try to put your feet in their shoes and try to understand their problems first, and then give solution accordingly. Because right now we are working with human. They are not they are not machines. So it's like they need validation, they need appreciation, and they need empathy from a leader, right? So this is very, very crucial. So empathize, work with the emotion. And this is one of the most I can say the God gift to the women, that we have emotion. We can connect people with the emotion, and we can lead from there. And the third thing is put people before the profit. So I know a lot of people working out there, and this is which we have learned from our BWW teachings, from all the leaders around us, that we need to understand our people before we make any kind of decision regarding any kind of business. So I remember in the initial, like whenever there is any kind of decision we are thinking, and we always think our people first, we make any kind of decision, because that's our values are. And also whenever I do any kind of activity regarding the sale with the clients or anything, I want to make sure that my client comes first than me. So it's just recently happened that one of my clients was going to India, and she had a very tight budget. And when she talked to me, I made sure that she doesn't have any kind of stress from at least my side. So I gave her the suggestion according to her budget. So we don't want to put any kind of financial stress, any kind of the strain to the other people. We want to put other people. That's how success is. So we always learn from the books and the streamings, right? The third thing is always talk to your people and empower them with your words, because as a leader you have now responsibility. Whoever is out there, even it's not only for women but for everybody, right? You are like a father or the mother of the organization. So when you're around them, you want to empower them with your words, because the words have so much power into you. Like they can give someone, they can break you or they can make you. So as a leader, it's your responsibility. You always empower all the people around you with your positive self, the positive talk. So you don't want to, as a leader, you don't want to do any kind of negative talk in front of other people and at home, everybody. Because when you're leader everywhere, not in front of other people. You are leader at home as well. So it's like a personal responsibility. So I hope I made a little bit impact on your thoughts. And now I want to invite my husband Yash. So he's here.
Wow, that's incredible. Right. So talking about the personal responsibility, guys, we're talking about the responsibility of a leader. Okay, so we can break down into this topic into two parts. One is personal responsibility. Second is team responsibility. So let's understand this a little bit. Personal responsibility, as the word, word says, personal responsibility means that you are taking a personal responsibility for your actions, okay, your attitude, and your actions and your attitude. Okay, so because that is the and your mindset, right? So that is the what thing that will be duplicated in your team. Okay, so when we are talking about personal responsibility, you want to set a great example for your team and become a role model for your team when it comes to work ethics. That when it comes to honoring the partnership, when it comes to reading, listening, or whatever you have to do to your personal level, and having that personal circle work first, and act as a leader. Have that work ethic and have that mindset and attitude. You cannot be down. You cannot be motivated today and down tomorrow. You cannot be yo-yo leader. Okay? So if you're that type of person, you don't need a team. To be honest, you don't need a team to become a leader. You can claim your leadership from today onwards. That from today onwards, I'm gonna be leading myself. I'm gonna be having this amazing attitude, and I'm gonna be motivating myself through the amazing tools that you have available, like streaming, like books, like upline. Okay, and once you start to do that and you start to take that personal responsibility, you start to transform yourself, as Mandeep has talked about, into a leader. Okay, and you start to put the action behind your dreams. Okay, and then you start to work on a day in, day out, and that starts to transform you. Okay, we personally went through a lot of transformations. Okay, I went through personal challenges. I had my car breakdown. We lost jobs. Last year when the COVID hit, my dad, he was in a hospital. The same night, he had some pain in his stomach, and we found out he had a gallbladder issue. So I took him at the hospital at 3 a.m. at night. Early morning, I had an MG1. Okay, so I didn't cancel or I didn't postpone. Okay, because I have taken the personal responsibility and a charge of my business. So at the Tim Hortons, actually, below the hospital. Okay, I did the MG1. Okay, and continued the work. Okay, the work has to go on. And second is team responsibility. Okay, so team responsibility means that launching is just a 1% or maybe a 2% part of the job. Okay, but you have to understand that there is a responsibility as a leader when somebody comes in and becomes a part of your team. Okay, I see few people. Okay, they will be like, okay, I've got a launch. Okay, they'll just start to jump up and down and party, and they think the job is done. No, the job is actually beginning right now. Okay. And if you were going through the personal transformation and you have built that strength over time, you have been doing your core activities, and you will be able to lead that person or maybe guide that person with the help of your coach or upline. And that is what's gonna make sure that you have that duplication and you have that success in your business. Okay, so when you have a downline, make sure that you are ask yourself this question. Draw that circle in your LOS. Is that, do I care? Do I really care about this person, and do I really want to grow and help this person succeed in his dreams? So if you have that type of a heart, this business starts to become your passion a little bit. It starts to grow from your head to your heart. Okay, and then that is where you will be organically motivated to work in this business, because now it has become your passion and you are working with that person. And so taking care of your IBOs is what's, and building them up. Okay, so you have a responsibility of building an IBO, empowering the IBO. We call it like train, supply, and motivate, right? As you read in your Amway contract, when you sign somebody up as an upline sponsor, okay, it's not your upline's responsibility. It's your responsibility when you launch somebody to train supply, and motivate, the IBO, and then help them succeed so that they can get on the right path. Okay, so you have to equip them. You have to give them a constant guidance, motivation, make sure they are producing results, and so all those things. Okay, and but what, I have a couple of minutes left, but wanna thank you all the BW staff and all the leadership, okay, and what they have done, and for our in our personal life, and but also want to say say some names from our team. Okay, the people who have as the leaders coming up from our team. Okay, first is we have founders of Arjun and Rashi. Okay, amazing couple, growing in this business, have a huge team. And then they have leaders like Hani and Navdeep, who are founders Platinums. They have Gurveer and Harman, brand new rubies and Q12s. Vipul and Harbani, okay, so proud of them. They are also Q12s, Platinum Plus volume they're running. Okay, and another Q12s, Kanupriya, and we have a personal Q12 Arshdeep Singh, and a personal Q12 Ruby, Amrinder and Chetna. Okay, so we are so proud of this team. Okay, and we know they're growing and they're going on to the bigger levels. But it was great talking to you guys. Okay, we have amazing fun at the BW office over here, and then make sure you work hard, okay, and stay consistent, and take a personal responsibility as a leader to grow yourself, grow your team, help your team, okay, and so that you can build this business, achieve your dreams, okay, and whatever have you. And with that, I'm done, and back to the host.
Man, you know what? That was absolutely phenomenal talk, Yash and Mandeep. And I took notes, and I hope if you all took notes there as well. So,
yeah, I got some comments for you there, Hari.
Hari is hosting today.
So this is the primary responsibility of leaders to lead themselves. They brought it out from Phoenix, Arizona. Maureen from California become the least maintenance IBO. And first day ditto.
Oh, wow.
Ditto, right? So, I love this.
I think there are
a lot of people who like the Hari show.
Oh, nice. Fantastic.
Hari show. Yeah. Amar and Mamta from Florida. Appreciate that comment, buddy. Lead yourself first. Become a role model. Harsimrat Singh Gill. I hope I got your name right. Become a least maintenance IBO for your upline. How powerful is that? Become a least maintenance.
Absolutely. That is, everybody is looking for someone just as least maintenance as you are for your upline. I mean, that is absolutely a duplicatable trait that we all need to have. So.
I love this. The comments keep coming, man. Here, you can't be a yo-yo leader. Take a personal responsibility and decide to lead yourself before you can lead others. Nishant and Namita, New Jersey, right? That's awesome. We do not need to be a team to be a leader. We do not need a team to be a leader. Sudeep and Vidya. How true is that? First lead yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you can lead the rest of the world, man. It's just non-stop bringing Hari here.
Nice.
So, but Hari, you said you did chemical engineering, and what happened after that?
Well,
why PhD?
See, well, I figured out that I just want to be in college and finish up and be able to go. And you know what? We can talk all day long, and I've had a long career, but we have a show to go forward with.
Show. So we're going to get done with this conversation here shortly, but over to the watch party. Just like you're having a party, we're having a party here to Emerald Watch Party.
Hey, BWW team! What's up? Who's excited? Look at this. We are so pumped. This is the Emerald Watch Party. We've been fed in our heads. We've been fed in our stomachs. And we're having a ball. And we want to introduce all of you to some emeralds that you're going to get a chance to meet. Hear a little bit about them. Hear what they're excited about. And have you get a peek of what it's going to be like. I know that you see us, but we can't see you. But jump up and down. Get excited. And can't wait for you to join us here. First couple up. I am so excited I forgot my name. By the way, my name is Sri Kumar and Lakshmi. We are from Monroe Township, New Jersey. Our uplines are Harinanita, Suresh Madhuri, Tanmay Rashmi. Sugit and Kajal, Kumar, Anjali, Kanti, and Lata all the way up.
Yeah, wonderful. What are you excited about?
Oh man, I mean, listen, guys. I mean, these guys? They make a lot of money, but they're also happy. They're wild people. Look at these people. They're wild. Unbelievably wild. I didn't see people like this in my life who are good, they make money and stress-free, man. I'm excited to be in this company. I'm very excited.
Lakshmi, how about you?
Absolutely jacked up. I mean, it's surreal being here, going to the Brit office, being with people who we respect tremendously, who hold the same values. We are just inhaling blessings and exhaling gratitude. That's all we're doing. We're so thankful.
Awesome, awesome.
Hey, guys, I mean, remember, they say always, it's better to be in a decent deal, but with great people, than to be in an awesome deal with bad people. This is amazing set of people. You can make money anywhere, but you got to come and experience the quality of people that we are partnered with. Because when you are partnered with the right people, you got the best deal in life, man. Make that happen.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
This is Diva.
Lata,
We are from Toronto, Canada. Upline mentors and coaches and mentors, Arna Antalaka and Kanti and Lata.
Awesome, awesome. So you're here at the watch party. We're having a ball, having a great experience. What are you excited about?
We are excited about everything happening here. We don't want to do anything other than this business. Oh man, fired up. So many people, we are just hanging around, hanging loose. Everybody we are taking pictures with, fired up.
first time here with BWW leaders and at the BWW office. And we are so excited associating with all high quality people. Yes.
Cost of not doing this business is way higher than cost of doing this business. So awesome. We realized this time again, coming from Toronto, excited about all of our emeralds. More people are coming. Come on. Lot of people are here.
Good stuff, good stuff. Now, I have to tell you, I am super pumped here because we went from Toronto, now we're going all the way to the West Coast. And we have some great friends here from the Ukraine. Oh my gosh, come on in. Yep, Seattle, Washington. Tell everybody who you are.
My name is Pavel Yermakov. It's my beautiful wife, Larissa.
We are part of Wayne Martin team.
Wonderful.
Yes.
I'm Raisa Dudko from South Carolina.
Wow.
Yeah.
What are you guys excited about?
We're really excited to be here. First time in this great team. And we thank God every day they got open eyes for understanding this business. And I'm so sorry. I'm so excited. And
It's okay. It's emotional. Come on.
this business means for us not just making money. This business means for us to speak, to understand, to thinking, free speaking, and to see the struggle people, to help them
Yes.
and rejoice of their success.
Business with Amway and BWW, this is the best opportunity where I met in my life. And this partnership gives me not just money, but live life with significance. Друзья, вы созданы жить, а не только просто существовать. I love you. God bless you.
Good stuff, guys. Yeah. Good stuff, man. I'm telling you, you're getting it from everywhere. Come on down.
Champion Beauty from Toronto, Canada. Plan double diamond, Sugit and Kajal at
Hey! Man, this weekend, unbelievable. It gives us how to architecture your future and the vision and how you believe in yourself. Your belief goes up. That's how the actions comes. It's wonderful. Come and join us.
Come and join us, guys. This is the best place to be.
Yes.
And seeing Bill Britt, how he made it first CD, 66866, how he recorded. Oh my God. Come. Don't miss this opportunity next time. Thank you.
Good stuff. Good stuff. You're getting it all from everybody. And I think we have one more couple for you. One more. I hope you're ready for one more. I
hope you're ready for one more. Come on down. We got one more.
What's up, guys? It's Mina Kusuma. I'm going to turn it off to my beautiful, amazing wife, Kusuma here, who's going to share her excitement.
Well, hello. It's definitely exciting to be here. We're personally coached and mentored by Nick and Stephanie Nowoki all the way up to Katia Natagala. We're just so blessed to be in this line of sponsorship, but around amazing people who are also mentored and coached by them.
Oh, yeah. And if you can't tell, this room is absolutely on fire with excitement. I know you guys really want to be in person, and you got to go Emerald and Diamond to be able to join us. So we're excited. But guys, tune in because this session is going to be amazing. It's going to be a lot of Power Pack speakers, so it's going to be great. But this is amazing. Looking forward to it. Thank you, Glenn, for the opportunity.
Thank you, guys. Okay, so check this out. We have one more. We got bonus coverage for you. One more. I have to tell you, we're ready for one more. Come on down.
Hey, great team. Just having a ball here. We are Deepak and Shalini Chaudhary from California. Upline Diamonds, Manipal and Renuka Reddy. And just what a ball to have, meeting all the leaders. Shalini. So we just came back from the print office. And it is just a piece of history. We saw everywhere that maybe Bill Britt walked. We saw the picture. We saw the original 66866. It's just it's a special feeling to be here. Come on and join us.
Awesome. Good stuff. So I have to tell you all, we are so excited to be able to be here and build community. Because that's what we're doing. We have some diamonds jumping in. We have some EDCs jumping in. We're building community and building the dreams. You can come and join us. So before we turn it back over to our host, we want to do a freedom chant for you because we want you to know. Let's start to get it going. Come on. Let's go. Freedom! Back to you, our host.
Man, what a party! It's so exciting. Absolutely fantastic. It actually is, you will not know until you are here in person. Absolutely. We just very thrilling. Thank you, Emeralds and Diamonds, for going through all of that.
And so hope you're having the same party like we are at your homes.
Yeah.
Listening and taking notes. I see this thing blazing here right now. I see we do not need a team to be a leader. From the previous talk that Yash and Mandeep spoke. And there is another one. People love this Hari and Hari show. So one says, Hari and Hari, what a dynamic duo. Couldn't ask for any better host. It's from Preeti Narayan. Do you know this person?
Oh, wow. Absolutely.
Is that
no, Preeti Narayanan is my daughter. Jayanti is my wife. And they're all just sending out messages.
Love it.
Yeah.
You want to go?
Absolutely. So that is from Krishna and Hema from Virginia. Work has to go on in spite of challenges. And Krishna and Hema, again, inhale blessings and exhale gratitude.
Yes. And you know what? There are so many of them who love that punchline. They keep saying, inhale blessings and exhale gratitude. Inhale blessings and exhale gratitude. Folks, you got to do that, right? Sign Harini. Being in a deal with great people makes the deal a great deal. I love that part, right?
That's from Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah, from the town I am from.
Fantastic.
Stop making excuses.
And find a solution. Then don't dwell on the situation that you currently have. Do I really care about this person? And do I really care for them to achieve their goals and dreams?
Jose and Daisy, location, the Bell Matson Diamond Team.
Oh,
okay,
wow.
From Oklahoma? That's awesome. In fact, we are ready for the next piece. You're ready from the Hari and Hari show?
Absolutely, man. This is something that is very special. This is one of the highlights for this afternoon because we are talking about legends.
Yes.
Absolutely legends who have taken their time to be able to come in here and share their wisdom. And they actually learned directly from Bill and Peggy Brett.
Yes. And in fact, they're going to be talking about experiences equals to wisdom, right? Now, here's a cool thing. Growing up in this business, these were some of the heroes we looked up to, right? You're going to be hearing from Carol Youngblood, right? And Rick and Diane, who are diamonds in the business.
And Dave and Mia Taylor. Now, a little bit about Dave Taylor. When he actually got started in the business, he was actually a professional football player, offensive tackle, and, protecting the quarterback, and, stopping everybody else. And they played for Baltimore Colts, if you all can remember. That's how far back they go. And they are in the studio with us.
Yes, and guess what? I was talking to Carol, and I was asking Carol, tell us a little bit about, your story. I mean, I've heard so many talks, but we had a chance to personally meet her here, talk to her a little bit. We were like, speechless because we are in this proximity of these legends in the business. And here's the interesting thing she told about herself. Is she said that she and Ray never owned a home until they went Emerald, because Ray served in the military, he served in the Air Force, and they served this country, and he was on the fact of job security, and they always had opportunities to be able to live in a home that they didn't have to own it. But once they went Emerald, they got their first place, right? And I was talking to Rick and Diane, and if you love to own a farm, you want to listen to this couple, because they could build some of your dreams there. Because they went diamond in this business, and one of the dreams was to be able to own a farm. And
yeah, well, absolutely. Though, and they are actually in the studio and waiting to be talked by none other than Mr. Fireball, Charlie Durso.
Okay, man. You know what? That's legendary, right? In fact, I just tell people is this: if you want to stay awake, hop in a Charlie's Talk. And that's it. You're going to stay up all night.
Absolutely. And that is my driving buddy. So you can actually be able to pop it on. And even if you want to, no matter how tired you are, how many excess that you have drank, doesn't matter. It will pop you up and you will be laughing, teary-eyed, and actually will keep your dream alive, your life alive, and you will actually get to where you want to go safe and sound. I mean, he does it all. So
fantastic. And here it is. You ready? You ready to hear from the legends? Pull your notebooks out and tune in so that you could have a life that they have had and the impact that they're going to create on you, right? Yeah. So with that, over to Charlie Durso and the legends.
Hey, BWW team. Charlie D coming at you here in our BWW podcast room. I've got some really special guests with us here today, and these are what we call seasoned veterans with an extremely large level of wisdom. And so you guys are going to be blessed today. And we have Carol Youngblood with us, Diamond IBO. We've got Rick and Diane Griesbach. And they're diamond IBOs in the business, and this is going to be an exciting time. And we also have Meat with us. Now, for those of you who don't know Meat is Dave Taylor. Dave played with the Baltimore Colts. He was from 1972 to 1979. He was left offensive tackle number 64. And this is Meat right here. This is before... All right, can you zoom in on that? Got it? All good? See that right there? There he is, the man, the myth, the legend, the one and only, me. And so, I keep telling you, he looks like a stockbroker. Let's show him the after. This is Dave after, and there he is right there. Look at Dave right there. Look at that, very sophisticated. And so I'm just going to ask a couple of questions. We're just going to parlay back and forth. And so this one basically, let's start off with how about Diane? Being that you're right next to me, this question is, what do you do with the wisdom that you have learned since you've been in this business?
The wisdom that I have learned, I've tried to get the other people that are in our business to feel the wisdom that we have, and our wisdom has come from knowledge and experience that came over time and a lot of trial and error too. So
would you also say the people that you associate with?
Oh, absolutely.
Because that's key.
Right. Not just the people in the business, people we associate with and family and friends as well, because they could benefit from all the knowledge. Knowledge and experience are one thing, because sort of like a feeling that you get with experience. But then when you have wisdom, it's because you had a determination of taking those facts and making them right and wrong, and knowing the difference between them. So we like to make sure that we can share that with them. Keeping it inside would do much good. We need to share that with others.
And if I'm not mistaken, we have the improved version is in your organization of Rick, which is Travis.
Right.
And so that's the improved version. I got a question for Rick. And this question is, how do you transition from experience to wisdom?
That's a great question, Charlie. All our lives, we were always taught that, experience is going to give you, what you're looking for, and you're going to have good experiences. You're going to have bad experiences. The challenge, I think, for most people is that they'll either use that as an excuse, or they'll use it as a reason to kind of, move forward in their lives. And it's amazing that, we make decisions in our life, but a lot of times we let our conditions affect us more than anything. And so it's that, that up and down roller coaster, that we're trying to, live with. And, like I said,
how do you get beyond that, Rick? Like, because I see a lot of people stuck at that, you have people that you've come in contact with many different times that, they just let their conditions control, and the environment control their mindset, their thought process. What do you do to coach them through that, get them out of it?
Well, you got to believe in them, number one. And, most of the time, we tend to believe in people more than they're willing to believe in themselves in the beginning. And so that's where the system is so critical to people's success. But they've got to go out. I tell people, it's not a question of meeting me halfway. You're going to meet me all the way. If we're serious, if we're going to build something together here, we need to work as a team. We need to work as one. And that's why Bill's, when he talks about, about unity, there's nothing more than that. And so we just have to kind of convey to them, okay, that they have what it takes, but, are you willing to listen more than anything else?
Right. Now, it's pretty interesting because Rick, you come to tuning people in the business. You had a very similar background. Prior to getting into the business, what did you do for a living?
I was a piano technician by trade.
Right. So you tuned pianos.
Correct.
So you were in the tuning business your whole life.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
So you went from tuning pianos to tuning people.
G-strings. What
did you find was harder to do? Tune pianos or people?
Oh, people, without a doubt. In fact, I tell people, it took me about 1,000 pianos just to be fair at it, Charlie. And in this business, it takes a little bit more than that. But I can tell you that the end result is worth it more than anything. When you see people come and really, come to who they really can be, it's a tremendous satisfaction. And it's interesting, for whatever reason, I've always liked to help people. And so when I got done tuning the piano, I can play. Not a lot of us do play the piano, so kind of unique. So it makes them feel good. I come into business, I can help them, change their lives. It makes them feel good, so it makes me feel good. It's about taking my eye off myself and putting it on somebody else first.
Yeah. That's a strong point right there. Matter of fact, I know factually because I've been over to Edison at one of the meetings that you were operating out of prior to the pandemic, and I saw the team that Diane and yourself were building up and the respect that all of you had for each other and the camaraderie. Diane, what do you attribute that to?
I really think that there's a lot of like minds there working together. And I think that everyone still had the same goals, even though we were all parts of different organizations. You don't get that in too many other fields, like in real estate. Everybody was always looking out for themselves. But in our business, everyone looks out for each other. So we all know that if one wins, we all win. And we learn that mutual respect. And some of it takes time for some people. Some of them have to mature into it. But for the most part, it's so refreshing when people experience that for the first time. They feel like they're in the right environment. The ones that stay feel like they're in the right environment and something they've been looking for all their lives. And they're willing to help. They're also willing to, be participators or people even in, the back end that are maybe not always going to be the ones that are going to stand out right away. But it's always very one side, everyone working together, one goal.
Got it. What was some of the team building things that you've done? to create that camaraderie?
I think we worked on kind of mixing people together, giving them different responsibilities so they would work together and have to come up with different ideas and, maybe brainstorm how to develop that meeting, because we all wanted to have that meeting there. So people were willing to do whatever they needed to do. So sometimes, we had them take different roles, where they had to grow into it.
Did you guys, I know, well, this is going to be for you, Carol, in terms of, I'm just parlaying off of that real quick. I know you built a significant team, both you and Ray, your husband, God rest his soul, which was one of all of our heroes in life, better known as Hound Dog. And he was just an amazing man and a tremendous example in all of our lives. And he was also a colonel in the Air Force and had significant amount of credibility. And I know you and Ray, you had built a massive team together. What were some of the team building things that you have done that created that bond?
Well, we learned team building things from our mentor, which was Bill Britt. And he created formal times like she talked about where you work together. And many have different responsibilities to make that event go well so that the newest people could play off of that. And they could enjoy meeting those people and then want to see them again. And then at other times, Bill would create opportunity for us to just have good fellowshipping times together. There were meetings with just the bigger pins, emeralds and above, where we would go to a resort and stay a week. And that was great fun because we all got to play tricks on the children and he enjoyed that so much. And so many fun things and times that we've had together to do bonding things that caused a tremendous amount of growth in the organization.
So it was like building a family.
Right.
A family of leaders that would reproduce other leaders. And I also know that you guys did a lot with, what is a muffalata again? Am I pronouncing that right?
It isn't a diet food.
It's not a diet food.
It's a huge, huge stuffed sandwich.
A stuffed sandwich.
Yes.
Wow. And you can only get it in certain places.
Well, you get good ones in really nice places.
Wow.
And you get different kinds in different places, like the hot dog stand can maybe make one, but not sure you'd want to eat that one.
And I remember you took Ann and I once, and I know you took many leaders that have come in and gotten around your team to a place where it was like it was a powdered type of a pastry.
Beignet.
Beignet. Where was that place?
Probably down in the French Quarter in New Orleans. Because they had the best and the fastest, bring them out, and then you get that cultural atmosphere there of just fun along the river.
Now, the key word there is fun. And as soon as you said fun, the first person I thought about was Dave. Dave, change your mics there. Is that good? Perfect. So, Dave, what did the business mean to you coming up in a business, coming from a football background? I know that, you have Brian Herosian, executive diamond, as a personal leg, John Marshall Johnson, personal leg, also former NFL ball player. All you guys played NFL ball together. And, when you guys are together, everybody laughs. So what was your mindset coming up in the business? What was it that you had envisioned on building?
This was one of the things that attracted me to the business. The pressure that, playing professional football, there wasn't a whole lot of laughs. It was a serious business and you could get yourself torn up real easily. So to be around, to be around the people in the business, they all had an attitude of wanting to grow. They all had a dream. They wanted to go somewhere and do something with their lives that was important. So we had a closed shop. Everybody was tuned in for that. And that's what I loved. It attracted me.
You got tremendous friendships with the leaders on your team. I just remember one time, I think it was you had a styrofoam cup and you were chewing tobacco, and you were spitting it into the cup. But what you didn't know is Brian Herosian.
He was with
made a little hole.
No, it wasn't Brian. It was your upline, Angelo.
Angelo did that to you?
Angelo put the pinhole in the bottom of the.
No, listen, I'm going to come to Angelo's defense. He would never do that to you.
He did it.
And while you were spitting that
Everybody in the room
tobacco,
knew
he
he
was dripping
did it.
through the cup all over your pants, and you never knew it. No, Angelo would never do that. I'll blame it on Brian.
He's out there laughing. He said,
He's
yes,
laughing
he
right
did.
now 'cause
There he is.
Oh, there he is. He's looking through the window right now. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Okay.
You know, talking about wisdom, just to finish on that subject, there's a right way and there's a wrong way to develop wisdom. The best way to develop wisdom is to learn from other people's mistakes, right? But that's not what we do. We don't learn from other people's mistakes too well. We normally have to make those mistakes ourselves. So when you talk about wisdom and those experiences, it's from falling down. It's from making a mistake. Boy, I'm not going to do that again. I'm not going to say that again. I'm going to do this a little bit differently. I'm going to treat this person a little bit differently. I always analyze myself in all the things that I did with people. And I always wanted to make sure that fun was the nucleus.
Right. Wow. That's the glue.
Yeah, it is. People have already got a job. They don't want another job. They don't want somebody so serious and on their case about how much PV they created or how many meet and greets they did. We don't need a boss over our shoulder looking at us, telling us what we need to be doing. This is a voluntary army here. And you make up your own mind whether you want to get this thing done. And guys, if you think you're going to get this done by your upline coming in and doing everything for you, you're making a big mistake. The only way you can learn is by making your own mistakes. Bill used to always make the example of how do you learn to play the piano? You know, one key at a time. You just keep making mistakes, and then finally it starts to come together.
Right.
And so I made plenty of mistakes. I learned, but I did learn to start laughing at myself, and that was important. You didn't learn to laugh at yourself playing pro football. It was survival mode out there. But learning how to laugh at my mistakes was probably a really important thing to do. There's another thing here. I don't want to get
Well, there's
into.
one thing I do admire about you, in addition to many other things. The one thing I've noticed above and beyond all, that you have this tenacity about you that no matter what happens, it's like you wake up every day, it's like a new day, it's a new ball game. And you got that from NFL, or did you make NFL because you had that attitude?
No, I had the attitude of I had a mean streak, to be honest, and that's how we played football back in those days. We didn't have any rules. You could just beat the tar out of each other. And that's the way it went. And
but if you lost the game, the next game when you showed up, it was a new ball game, a new playing field.
Oh yeah. And and every time you show the plan to somebody, it's a new game. It's a new person, it's a new personality. You don't go in there and show a canned plan. I don't believe in giving somebody a video to learn this plan. This is my plan. This is your plan. And everybody's got to learn their own plan. I mean, we have our parameters, and those guardrails keep us within that.
Right.
But you've got to let your personality come out.
That's it.
That's when I learned wisdom was when I started listening more. I started listening to people instead of me being the one yakking. I started learning what it is that was on people's minds
and what they wanted.
That's what they wanted. That's right.
Wow, that's huge.
That changed a lot for me and my business. When I started realizing I wasn't the deal.
Right.
They're the deal.
Wow, that's a big nugget right there. Carol, would you like to maybe parlay off of that with any ideas you may have?
Well, we always saw our upline doing that for us. They would go to great lengths to finish the job if we did not cover something in our organization that they saw. And it was, could just have to let them know what is going to be. And through our BWW system, you can't fail. It's all spelled out for you. But like he said, if you don't use your personality in that and soften it, it seems harsh. It seems impossible to do. And it's just one step at a time or one bite at a time.
That's so great, Carol.
And then you
Yep.
continue to do that down line. And that pretty soon there's an organization there that you didn't dream possible in
Wow.
that case.
Boom. I could drop them. You know, Dave, go ahead. You had something you want to add to that?
Well, you know, a brain that's been concussed as many times as mine has, it flew into, the thought came in there about 15 seconds ago and it's already left.
Here's some
So
of my
now turn
notes.
it over to Rick.
Yeah, here's
So
some of my
Rick,
notes.
would you like to parlay? and say
Yes, I
something?
would. It's amazing because Dave stole all of my notes. They were all laughing at me because I had these notes just now. I forgot them and then he remembered them. He didn't even look at them. So real quick, I mean, I try and live by God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And try and live by that. But just real quick, Charlie said, you know, people with a limited vision, they say, I want a piece of the pie. People with wisdom say, show me the recipe.
Wow. Wow. That's huge right there. That was amazing. And guys, I know you're all getting blessed by these nuggets of wisdom here. Diane, is there anything you'd like to add?
Yes, I would. One quick thing about, I think you brought up the word apply, right? So sometimes people learn things, but they don't apply. Sometimes you remember that from in school where they said this, you're so smart, but you don't apply yourself. So many people take so many nuggets, so much information, and yet they don't go out and do the right thing with it or share it. So I'm encouraging you, this is the time to most definitely apply what you're learning. All the nuggets have been falling. You must have buckets of nuggets right now. And you know, for us, the most important gift that we can give people is the gift of what we know and how to share it, the gift of knowledge to everybody else, and the wisdom.
Wow, that's powerful. And we'll wrap it up real quick with Carol. One quick thought, because I know we have some folks that are on and they're watching this podcast, and some of them are wondering, you know, should I move forward? Some of them feel stuck in the business where they're at, and they're not sure, is this right for me? Is this the direction I want to go in? What could you wrap this up with?
When in doubt, don't stay to yourself, but seek help from the upline that is growing, that will give you time, and sit down and talk with them about why you think maybe this is right for you, what you got excited about, but also what is happening in your life right now, and you just can't seem to get past it. Counseling saves you a lot of time. It saves you a lot of money. It can give you growth that you never knew that you could get. But you also have to understand that it's you that makes that first step. And you have to reach out then and make those first steps as you have examined where you are. Don't stay stuck. There's upline to help you. You might not know who that is, but you can find out if you really want to know the difference and how you might get out of the predicament that you find yourself quandering more than just stepping out and moving forward. It's always easier to move through the water while it's shallow than it is to wait till the flood comes and washes you away.
Wow, powerful. Wow. And so I want to thank each and every one of you for sharing this wisdom with us. This was amazing. And thank you so much. We're all blessed by your presence, and we really appreciate everything that you sowed into each and every one of us. Thank you so much. God bless the BWW team.
Amen.
What happened, Fali? You look so tired. What happened? I have so many exams to do, and I'm so tired, and I can't even focus correctly. I have so much to do.
Okay. I think I have something for you which will definitely help you. Let me go get it. Why don't you take one of these Slay the Day soft chews? This is a brand new product. Take one of these Slay the Day soft chews will definitely help you because it's for focus.
I don't want candy, Mom. Stop.
It's not candy. Why don't you eat it yourself?
What is this? Cranberry apple flavored focus. Vitamin B12 and bacopa. Dietary supplement. Wow. Okay, let me try it. Oh my God. I can actually focus now. It feels so much better. Wow, I don't think I even need my glasses. I'm ready to slay my exam, I guess. I'm gonna share this with all my friends. Later today. I really need it.
Wow, that was absolutely a fantastic. I mean, what a knowledge that we just gained, and only when people will apply. I mean, this phone has been blown up, and wait a minute, where's Honey? Where did you go?
Oh man, I was in awe looking at these leaders, just listening in and soaking in to what they were sharing. Amazing, right?
Yeah.
Awesome wisdom. So what we got here coming?
Man, I'm telling you that this phone is blown up with people sending all these messages. Leonard Donegan from Dr. Hall and Patricia Newball team, and Sujip and Suparna from New Jersey, Ajmani team. Lead yourself first, and then you will lead a family of leaders. Wow. Kaushal Kodatia from Maryland. Cost of not doing this business is way higher than doing this business. It's so amazing.
So true.
Absolutely. And there's still people sending out Hari show. Man, I just I'm telling you.
I'm telling you what, Hari is getting some serious traction right there.
Absolutely. So the BWW golden rule: look out for others before you look out for yourself. Glenda Rodriguez team from part of Rodriguez team from Charlotte, North Carolina. It just goes on and on forever. What I just realized is the diversity of what we have, not just this afternoon, but in the BWW team. That reminds me, a couple of years ago, there's this guy, world famous guy, Frank Luntz, who came in to do some interview, and he was in awe. One of the things that he said was he has gone around the world to talk to different groups, but the one unique thing that Bill Britt has done is the fact that there are people from all walks of life, from all the educational backgrounds, economic background. They were all able to come together for a common cause. And Dream is the thread that went through and made people from where they are to wherever they want to go. It is an amazing system. Everybody talks about diversity, but we are actually doing it. Living it.
What I love in Hari is when I walk into an event like this, I just saw people from all walks of life coming together and staying so close in a common purpose and a common theme. In fact, this is a perfect segue because we had a bunch of lineup of speakers, and we have a special speaker right now. And then after that, folks are going to talk as well. I'm going to prove to you about this diversity and inclusion because we live it, right? Incredible BWW system. So in that attempt, we have all the way from the roots of Russia as our next speaker, right? And he gave me a crash course on how to go about speaking some Russian here.
That is awesome.
In fact, the fun fact is he loves scuba diving. He's done 100 meters depth in scuba diving, and he loves bungee jumping and parachute diving. So talk about some wild sport out there and some adventure, right? So with that, I'm going to tell you in Russian, to my Russian friends, please pardon me because I got a crash course on saying this. I want to give it a shot, and then he's going to translate it for the rest of you as to what we're going to say. And with that, we're going to bring up our speakers here. Пожалуйста, помогите нам встретить бриллианта Valeria Slavyankin.
What he said was, I don't speak Russian, so I got to read this. Please help us welcome Diamonds, Valeria Slavyankin.
Yay! Come on, BWW! Привет! Namaste, Ola! It is big honor and privilege to be in this holy room, guys, and hold this BWW microphone. I'm very grateful to the market committee for giving me opportunity to reveal the topic, your ticket to freedom. I got my
my wife Nadia, she today can come because of family issue. Wilbrit taught us God family business, and she stay home with grandkids. But we live together already 40 years. We got 6 kids, and we got 11 grandkids. Wow, what a wonderful place to raise your kids and grandkids. It's the best country in the world. Our upline diamond, Wayne and Carol Martin, and double crown Bill and Peggy Breed. We got short line of sponsorship. And Diamond Rick and Tony from the beginning, he helped us a lot. And today, we have help from a very wonderful couple, legend couple, Angela and Claudia Nardoni. For you people, for new people, a little history about us. Nadia and I, we were born in the former Soviet Union in the cold part of Russia. It's called Siberia. There we got married, and within 9 years, we got 6 beautiful kids. You know, 9 months winter, what we have to do? Nothing to do. And because we was born in the Christian family, we had problem with Russian Soviet Union government. And we were looking for different place to live. And long story short, we got opportunity to leave Russia for America. And we took this opportunity. We wanted to give our 6 children best country, the best opportunity where they can live and have many choices in life. It is also very important for us that our children can believe in God and not be punished for it. Not be punished for it. Without money, without knowledge of English, we began a new chapter in our family life in Spokane, Washington. We were not afraid of difficulties and began to work to have money for our needs. My motto was and will be forever. If you don't work, don't eat. If you don't work, don't eat. No free lunch in America. For 5 years, I was working for construction company, making 35K per year plus minus before taxes. And 12 years, I was GC, general contractor. Nadia convinced me to open our construction company. And after ups and downs in this field, we began making pretty good money. But my time for family, children, personal time, and church time is gone. My business took all my free time from me. Then Amway knocked to our home. And we started this business opportunity not to make more money. We signed a contract with only one purpose, to see if product from Nutrilite can help to my paralyzed mother-in-law. And it worked out. Then Nadia decided to order some more product, home care product, beauty product, body care product, and she was very inspired by quality of product and results of this product. We did not know what came to our home through this business. Couple, our sponsor, Milana and Vladimir Gachenko, they were only 4 months ahead of us, and their sponsor was far away from the country. And we didn't know how Amway was big. We didn't know about BWW system, and we didn't know about Wayne and Carol Martin. We didn't know that the ticket to our freedom was in our hands. Nadia started talking to me, let's start this business, let's learn something about product, and we will explain to our friends, relatives, and maybe co-workers, and we can do it for ourselves, then we can teach other people to do what we learn. And you know, guys, I was not ready for this business. I said, Nadia, you know, I can't tell my friend about soap or shampoo or anything. It wasn't for me, but she started anyway without me. Poor Valerie, I feel guilty until today because she started from without me. And I decided to help her when she was at 15%. With the help from Wayne Martin, Rick Fairchild, and BW Emerald and Diamonds, and help from God, we reached our freedom. Nadia free from her job from 2002, and she's working since then full-time in this business. I left my construction business in 2008. Today, Amway Opportunity, our full-time business, and we are full-time IBOs, and we love what we do. Your ticket to your freedom, my ticket to my freedom. Freedom. What is definition of freedom? Webster tells us, freedom is the power to do what you want to do and when you want to do. You should have a power to do what you want to do and when you want to do, not somebody else's about behind you. If you're an employee and somebody signs your paycheck, you are not totally free. I am not against any job, any job. I shoveled for 1 year, manure. Nadia, she was working in the paper route for 3 straight years, no vacation, no nothing, just work, work, work. But from my personal experience, when I used to be employee, several situations I go through. When I want to go on vacation with my friends, and we set up everything with my boss and with my foreman and supervisor. But when time came to my vacation, everybody, we can't let me go on this busy time. If you want to go, you can go, but you will be fired from business, not fire up, fire from your business. And I was afraid to go. If you have a small business, then sooner or later, your business will become your boss. And almost all small businesses require a lot of money and knowledge before you start making money. Almost all small businesses. And here in our business, for only less than $200, you will get a ready-made business model. You have a sponsor, an upline. They really want you to succeed. Also, you have Amway with more than 400 plus quality product. On the other side, you got BWW system, best system to help you to reach your freedom. A lot of talks, thousands of talks, several different languages. And today we got Russian language, more than 200 talks. And thanks to Nadia, she invests a lot of time to be able for BWW. And now we got Russian talks too. I hope I refreshed the picture of our business in everybody's mind. You know, guys, we paid our price in this business and we earned our freedom. Our freedom didn't come in easy way. We got a lot of miss show, no show, everybody show, but nobody wants to sign up. We go through this rough up and down road, but anyway, we did it. Looking back at my construction job, we would never have what we have now. Because of our willingness to pay price for our freedom, we have today solar estate at 12.6 beautiful acres and wooden land. And our son, 4 weeks ago, he's a builder. He began to build to our oldest daughter another custom home on our property. It's a number 2, 3 more coming. She's a doctor and she's a platina in our team. Today, we have enough time to be with our children and grandchildren who often come to us. And we have enough money not to be dependent on children or government program. And Nadia, she got a lot of money to spoil our 11 grandkids. It's not good for mamas, but it's great for grandma. We have a great Russian speaking team. I want to mention a couple names. Marina Alahverdova, this year she is going to be Emerald. Niso and Oldbeck from Middle East, they kick their butt very hard to reach next level. They're Sapphire in our business. Tatiana Peterson, she will be Sapphire. I hope she will be Emerald this year also. This business is growing. And I got a question for everybody who is looking at my face right now. What other opportunities are there in America to achieve this kind of lifestyle, how Amway Diamonds live? What kind of other opportunities? Somebody says oil. Oil. I don't have oil on my backyard. Do you have oil on your backyard? Maybe you didn't dig deep enough. Try. Maybe you will find oil and you will be free. Another says books. I don't have the ability to write books, to sell by millions like Napoleon Hill or Dale Carnegie or John Maxwell. Do you have this ability to write the books and sell and live by books? And also somebody says voices, voices. I don't have excellent voices like Shivaram Kumar has today to make money. I don't have voices like Shivaram Kumar. We should ask him to lead us in song. God bless America. We needed it more than ever today. I was invited to sing when necessary so that people disperse. I was invited on this party to let people go from the party. It more than ever today. It more than ever today. But we found 6 dreamers, 6 couples who are willing to pay their price, and we help them to reach Q12 through BWW system, and we reach our goal. I am almost done. You are IBO, independent business owner. It means you have a ticket to your freedom. And if you are ready to pay the price that the emerald and diamond paid, you will achieve your dream and become free like us. God gives some people wings. To some people, God gives them a kick. Both fly, but the feeling are different. Don't wait for kick behind you. Don't wait for kick behind you. You know, we believe in you guys. Your sponsor and upline believe in you. All BWW Diamonds believe in you. And if we can do it, you can do it too. We love you. God bless you. Go Diamond! Stanti brilliantami! You can do it! God bless.
Man, I love that. I love listening, and I heard somewhere that, when you speak with an accent, it's just that you know one more language addition.
That is correct. Absolutely
So
right.
true, right? I love listening to Valeria. And in fact, it's just pouring him. And just like any other messages out there, what other opportunities are out there that have diamond lifestyle? None. Kamlesh and Pallavi Suri from Samarthamati, right? Freedom does not just come. You gotta earn it. Rupesh and Ratnam from Phoenix. Dream is a thread that connects people from where they are and where they're going. And pretty profound, right?
Oh, yeah.
Just each of these one-liners can be life transformational, right? So here's one. People with limited vision say, show me how to get a piece of the pie. And people with unlimited vision say, show me the recipe. Karthik and Bhugna, right? From New Jersey.
Wow.
And I got this pie thing, a ton of them. A lot of people, I think people love pies and they totally connect with the recipe, right there, right?
Plus, they are probably very hungry to, eat. But what they are going to get is a lot of, their hunger for the knowledge.
Yeah. I mean, this is a good one. It says, if you're employed and someone is signing your paycheck, you're not free. Mansoor and Rumpa. When in doubt, don't stay to yourself. Reach out to your coach. Counseling saves you money.
Oh, yeah.
Punil, right? So, man, I can just go on and on with this.
Yeah, this thing is blowing up like,
crazy. But
4,000 messages so far. You can't have enough time to read everything. But
so, Hari, with that said, what's next? Who's next on the
Oh, boy.
stage?
I am so fired up about, introducing this person.
You are?
Absolutely. They actually have a whole slew of isms that we talk about. And I'm going to try one, and you guess who that person is going to be. He will just go up saying that, what is your profession? You're a radiologist? You're finished, And he was
I think
just
I know.
and then he says, you are a IT engineer? You're finished, you know. Do you know who that is?
So there's no one who can replace that talk. That's gotta be Sanjeev Sahai,
I
right?
mean, we call him Sahayism.
Sahayisms, right? In fact, the fun fact about him is he's a globetrotter. He says he's traveled to at least 15, 16 countries. And if you love traveling, and if you want to know how to travel in style, and this is the man that you got to listen to. You ready, Hari?
Absolutely,
And
man.
Hari?
And Hari.
Ready to welcome him?
Yes.
So with that, please help us welcome
Sanjeev Sahai.
Hey, Brit team. Are you fired up? What a function. You know, I mean, it will get better and better. Tonight, it is so exciting that Saturday night, all new pin winners are talking, you know, EDCs, Double Diamond, Founders Triple Diamond, Crown Ambassador. You know, I'm telling you, if you did not get it, tonight you'll get it. And if you don't, then Monday go to a doctor and check your brain then, okay? All right, that's my message. But I want to give you some background about myself. There are a lot of new people who are watching this function. Sanjeev and Shauna, my wife, she's not here today. She sends her love, that's me. And we both come from Greenbrook, New Jersey. And we both had master's degree in computer science. We had good job, you know, but I wasn't happy with the income which we were getting. Didn't want to design our lifestyle based on job income, because the definition of job is there is a start date and a stop date. So it's an active income, you know. So we were looking, and thankfully our mentors and coach Shivram and Anjali Kumar, they are our sponsors. Shauna used to work with Kumar at AT&T, and that's how we got introduced to this opportunity, this wonderful opportunity. We have been in this opportunity for multiple decades, I would say. Time flies. And, you know, we started our business, as you must have heard our story, that we went to a meeting, and once the speaker was showing that 642, I got excited, you know, because I knew who those 6 people were, you know. And when the speaker said that they have to sponsor four people, I knew who those 4 were. And then I knew their 2 also. By the time the meeting was over, I was platinum, you know. And when the speaker talked about that it will take 4 to 16 months, I was confused. Why would it take 4 to 16 months? I can do that in one night. You know, there was a party scheduled few days after I went to the meeting. I knew that day I'll be platinum. So we got started, and you know, and then went to this party where my 642 were, and you know, one never do that, you know. Okay, you know, I was in the center, my 6, and their 4, and their 2, and one person was a rotten apple. You know, that's what happens, you know. Okay, you know, and he started to laugh, and nobody got started in my business, you know. Okay, my business first day 1 was in chapter 11. Okay, but that didn't stop us, because we saw our mentors Kumar and Anjali's lifestyle, and we knew if they can do it, we can do it. And we built our business on complete strangers, complete business. And so we started to sponsor people, long story short, you know, okay. And we started to sponsor people, and first 6 we sponsored, I'm still looking for them. They just vanish, you know, okay. Can't find them. Zip code, everything gone. Next 6 people sponsored, same thing. We got people who started to give excuse, you know. One person was so excited, he went 600 also, and then suddenly he decided not to build the business. because his wife became pregnant. No, if your wife becomes pregnant, you need more money then, you know. But that gave him a reason to quit. One person, I still remember, he was so excited, he was shivering, you know, and he said, Sanjeev, I'll rip this business apart. And after that, I never saw him again. Okay. So we kept sponsoring people. And I'll link this to my talk today then, okay. 28th person we sponsored, okay, was Kamta Nadia Prasad, you know, they're sapphires in our business. They were our first platinum in our business, okay. And they led us to Dave and Kim Dutnath, who spoke today, you know, they are diamonds in the business, okay. So once Kamta Nadia went platinum, we broke 5 legs in a matter of 6 to 12 months, okay. You know, now the story is, had I stopped at 27th sponsor, okay, I would have missed diamond ship. Some of you are just one launch away. You know, what we did was we just stayed persistent and consistent in the business. We didn't care what or whether people were doing or not doing. We just kept bringing people to the business. Okay. So there is a power in persistency and consistency. That's what I want to talk to you about. And then those 5 legs, you know, you heard, you know, Mahesh and Shalini Lala came and back with Anna Miranda, wonderful person. Then Manish and Chitra came. Hemendra and Jyoti came. They are sapphires in Los Angeles. And Vishal and Usha came into that batch. And Raj and Nirmala came, you know, okay. So you know, things just started to pop. And so being consistent and persistent causes emotional stability, which is the foundation for growth in this business. Okay. Your attitude should be like a thermostat, not like thermometer. Okay. You should control the environment. That's what persistency and consistency does. Okay. The water falls consistently on a concrete block. It drills a hole. If water falls inconsistently on a concrete block, nothing happens. You know? So there is no magic in this business. You have to just stay persistent and consistent. Okay, and sometimes people think you know, consistency means doing the same work every single day, like a heartbeat. The heart beats at 72, I believe, you know, every minute. You know, you can't say that, this minute it will be 200 per minute, and next minute it will be 100 per 80 per minute. Average is 75. Okay, right? It doesn't work that way, average, because when the heart doesn't beat at 72, you are dead, you know. Okay, so so what is important is being persistent and consistent. Okay, so how do you become consistent? So let's talk about that. I just talked about the value of being of persistency and consistency. So how do you become consistent? You need to have a vision. Okay, right? That's very important. A goal. Okay. A vision is the pull, should be the pull, not a push. If your vision is a push, that's not a vision, it's a job. Okay. You know, and then it should be a burning desire. There is a story about Walt Disney. He had a vision of starting of Magic Kingdom. Okay. We were there a few weeks back in the Q12 trip. And what happened was he did not, he passed away before the Magic Kingdom opened. So there was a ceremony where Mrs. Walt Disney was there, and the newspaper people asked Mrs. Walt Disney, you know, very sorry to say that your husband did not see this vision. She immediately got up and said, he saw it. He saw it. Okay. You know, because see, understand one thing. When you are building a house, once you have the architect, draws the picture, okay, and then the work starts building the house. So Walt Disney saw that. Okay, he saw it. He wasn't alive to see Magic Kingdom, but he saw it. Okay, so have a vision, okay, and prioritize your time. Okay, focus on 20%, which will give you 80% result. Average people focuses on 80%, which gives 20% result. If you notice, 20% of people do 80% of work at your job. 20% of people eat 80% of food when there is a party. Okay, that's a 80-20 rule. But average people, what they do is they focus on the 80%. For 20% return. Oh, let me wash my dish. Let me do this. Then I'll send some messages. Okay. They keep postponing that. And then what happens is the time passes. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. The biggest disease is not cancer. Procrastination is the biggest disease. And people start to say, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Replace tomorrow with today. Your life will change. In fact, James Bond had a movie, Tomorrow Never Dies, Okay? All right? So replace tomorrow with today. The other thing is back your vision then with action. Ignorance on fire is better than knowledge on ice. Any day I'll take an ignorant person on fire than a person who's very knowledgeable, but his knowledge is on the ice. Okay? This business is about doing something. Okay? So what do you do in this business to become persistent and consistent? Get mindset momentum, because your business will never outgrow your self-image. So do a 30-day goal run or whatever. Read, listen, associate. Okay, right? That helps your mindset. Okay, so mindset momentum. All right. Have some momentum. Don't have sitting momentum. Okay. And because you have heard that if you put a horse farmer on a Ferrari car, it does not become a race car driver, because it does not have the mindset and skill set of a race car driver. Okay. So mindset is very important. That comes from reading, listening, associating. Okay. Second thing, what you do is have sponsoring momentum. Figure out your X. I say X means X-ray, not EX. Okay. All right. X is everybody has got a number. Okay. There are 3 inputs. Okay. Through LinkedIn, through Facebook, through Instagram, through face-to-face. Okay. There has to be an X number of messages you send. You figure it out. That will result into launching people, partners. In the beginning, you have to do a lot of work. Why? It's like a rocket going to the space. Okay. The 4 stage. First stage, the rocket takes a lot of energy, and then it becomes less and less. Okay. So get sponsoring momentum. All right. Figure out your X. And get volume momentum. When we got started in the business, okay, the top product was laundry detergent. Now you got such unbelievable product. I believe doing 500 PV is piece of protein bar. There's so many products you have. You have double X, all those articles about clinical study where it prevents DNA fragmentation, okay, right? Reduces homocysteine level, use artistry, skin nutrition, the seed, the artistry and Nutrilite have been, it's together now. It's unbelievable product you have. Doing 500 PV is easy now. I'll tell you one thing, don't make a big deal of going Q12. Q12 is just now finding 15, 20 people, okay, right? Okay, who wants to make extra $200 to $500 a month, That's what Q12 is, 7,500 points, Okay, it requires just your effort, with you plus hard work, you can be a Q12. But when you are going emerald and diamond, you require leadership quality. That can come later on, which we call it ongoing income with ongoing effort. So guys, just the price of success is failure. Just go out and do something, guys. Just stay consistent and persistent. That's my message to you. Make honest mistakes, okay? And just do it. We love you. We'll see you on the beaches of the world.
Thank you very much for the awesome wisdom of yours. Thank you, sir. Really appreciate it. And guess what? You really experienced what we talked about, right?
They actually saw the Sahai. These one-liners is just amazing. That's what I like about what Sanjeev Sahai has to say.
Yeah. In fact, you need to go Q12. All that you need is 15 to 20 people. You heard Sanjeev say that. So let's see what the folks who are listening to it and messaging us.
Yeah. So I think it's a second generation Sid.
Okay.
You know Sid is, right?
I recognize it. Yeah.
You should know, right? Waterfalls consistently on a concrete block, it will drill a hole, but waterfalling inconsistently doesn't do anything.
In fact, there were quite a few people who commented on that one.
Yes. And another one is God gives you a dream for someone to fly and someone to get a kick. And the other one says Vaibhav and Komal from San Diego. They says both of them make you fly, but the results are different.
Yeah.
But in any case, so we can just, as I said, just go on and on and on.
Yeah.
But here we have the next podcast coming up.
And we repeatedly heard this. Break free, you're on track to be free, right? New emeralds. We're going to be hearing from new emeralds on a podcast here, right? And they're going to share some of their experiences. But let's talk about who's this couple. Who's on the show, Hari?
Yeah. So
who's on this Hari and Hari show?
This Hari and Hari show, this Emerald and Emerald. The first couple, Balaji and Priya from New Jersey.
Okay.
And you know about Balaji, so
Balaji, we asked him, what is it you love to do, right? Just doing a job, building a business, what is it you love to do? He says he loves gymming. Mm-hmm. That's the exact word he used. He loves gymming. That's going to the gym. And his wife loves cycling, right? And she is a director of sales in her profession, and he is a senior IT. And by the way, the other couple who's going to be talking, Nitin and Shalaka, I heard that he's someone who recognizes early potential.
How so?
I was told that he met his wife and started dating in 5th grade.
No, it can't be.
5th grade, man. What were you doing? Not going to school to study? He was busy there dating in 5th grade. So, and what's the profession though?
Nitin, actually, is a founder of a healthcare startup company.
Whoa.
Shalaka is an accountant by background, but she's actually building, as a full-time entrepreneur, building this business and supporting the family. They're absolutely phenomenal couple. I know them personally because they are from the same area.
Yeah, it takes a lot to get on this Hari show.
Absolutely.
So you are on track to be able to enjoy and listen to these new emeralds on counseling and game planning. And with that, over to this panel.
Recording in progress.
Okay, I can't believe it. We're here in this room.
Absolutely, yeah.
It is exciting. We've seen it so many times in different webinars sitting at home. And finally, we are in this room wearing this thing. This is so exciting. What an amazing time it has been. Last couple of years.
Beautiful experience.
It is.
Yeah.
Just to walk in the BWW office and just to get the feel that Will Britt has embraced this place with his presence. It's
Yeah.
just so surreal for all
It
of us.
is.
Yeah, and that to see a magnetic tape cut in 1992, 66866.
That was amazing.
Wow, God, it was just amazing experience.
It is. Oh my God. I wish a lot of you were watching this, can experience this. You need to get Emerald Diamond done to be here in this office. We just had a lunch with all the Emerald Diamonds. Such an amazing time. But we are, Nithan and Shilaka, we are launching this business by Founder Emeralds, going Diamond G2 and Neelam Gowda. We're from Boston, Massachusetts. And our upline, Diamond, Founders Triple Diamonds, Kumar and Anjali.
Absolutely. We are Balaji and Priya from New Jersey. Applying Founders Emeralds, Pattern Lena, all the way up to Founders Triple Diamonds, Kumar and Anjali going crown. So,
wow, it's exciting.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we have a very important topic to talk about, game planning and counseling. I'm pretty sure all of us can vouch that our life has been transformed, right? As been part of this business team, we've learned so much from our offline and coaches who've given so much to us over the years, right? In this game planning counseling session. I think our perspective of life has been different. I think we are better off today because of all these counseling and mentoring sessions that we've gone through. So Balaji, I want to really ask you, let's talk from a perspective like when you got started. You've done these game planning sessions with your offline and coaches. And it was different. Today, when you have a large, substantial business, your game planning counseling, done a lot of things, right? Your requirements are kind of different, right? So why don't you give us a feel of your journey from starting?
Oh, absolutely. See, I hope and pray people who are watching this podcast take this topic very seriously, because game planning and counseling is something very important and critical if you want to move on faster in this business. Now, for us, see, counseling, communication, mentorship, these are a few words which will make you a successful leader. Sure, right? Now, see, this is the business of leadership. Now, for you to be an effective leader, you got to be an effective follower. That's exactly what we did. I remember first few years of us building this business. Maybe it was around 50,000 PV or so. Upline was chasing us to set goals, game planning, and counseling, because he was in the passenger seat. Sorry, he was in the driver's seat and we were in the passenger seat because it was his business, right? That's why he was setting goals and I was part of his goal. Now, at some point, I remember maybe it was on 1500 PV or so, myself and Priya decided it's time we take charge. It's our business. That's the time we started driving the business, and our business really started to take off, you know. But that being said, now people say, no, it's okay. It's not that you started counseling. How frequently you got to counsel? Well, if you're getting paid from Amway every month, I think you got to counsel every month. That's very critical if you want to move on. You know. Now, that being said, preparation plays a very important part. See, most of the people, they just go just like that to their upline without any game plan, without any org chart, nothing, you know, which is great. Upline would still have a great time with you, watching movie, talk about weather, talk about great things, but that's not, you don't want it. You want to prepare. So how do you prepare? Preparation plays a very important part. See, myself and Priya, before we go for any counseling session, we take our time and sitting together, draw our org chart, put out all the parameters in place in terms of what is important. If you don't have a group, by the way, just you can still put empty circles. That's what we did. We used to put a lot of empty circles with happy faces, saying that, hey, no, because we are going to fill that up, you know. But if you have a happening group, what we used to do is we used to put the strongest group on the left, and then we have to put on all the parameters. In each circle, we used to put on the personal volume, the hustle volume, right? And we actually focus on 4 major areas inside writing goals, right? With respect to your personal PV goal, which includes hustle PV, right? That's the first one. Then obviously your group volume, what is the group volume for the month? And then how many personal launches you're going to have, right? And then obviously how many launches you're going to have in your organization. These are something which we put together in that game planning session, you know. Now, Priya, do you want to add up on one thing on top of it?
Absolutely. Again, you know, I think we are going to have this conversation probably many times, you know, during our course of life in our journey in this business. For anybody who's an IBO and they want to really make a difference in this business, I think personally counseling and game planning is very important, because if your goal is to move from an active IBO to a productive IBO, obviously counseling and game planning session will play a very important component for your business. In my opinion, at least in our experience, what we have realized is, your level of preparation with your game planning and your level of intensity of what goal you want to accomplish for that month will actually reflect the level of appreciation that you give to your coach for the time and effort that you're putting into the business.
Yeah.
Because along the line, we have seen that, there are IBOs, or even for that matter, in the beginning of our journey of our life in this business, okay, we have a to-do list. Okay, go and do counseling with your upline. And just first day of the month or the last day of the month, that was the time. It is not the only time to reflect on your progress report of your organization, right? You have to constantly, in my opinion, again, you just have to be the catalyst to build that bond and friendship with your upline, so that you have the dialogue, not the monologue, to your upline, and reflect on the goals and improvise on what the game plan, what the strategy that you have actually figured it out. But again, what we have also seen is, right, as Balaji said, there are people in our team that, or even for us, in that case, even for us, we have made a decision to have that counseling and game planning session with our uplines. When you do that consistently, but at some point in your journey of your life in the business, there has to be an evidence that you need to display to your mentor that the mentorship is actually working for you. And not just by increasing the numbers or the volume, but more so of your attitude, because you are giving them the elements for them to, correct you, or, helping you to understand what is the area of improvement for you. So that is very crucial, and you're giving them the chance to, help them, in your life, and which is very important. You're not making them walk through the eggshells, or, giving that freedom for them to add value in your life, and that's very important for us.
Yeah, that is true. And sometimes I used to think that, we think counseling session is the magic in your business, which is true most of the time. But it's the preparation you did 12 times in a year. That is what will take you to platform. Because that's the time when me and Priya sit together, we actually talk about our org chart. We know what questions to ask to our upline. That makes a big difference. And me and Priya are always on the same page. At least if there are any differences, we make sure that's sorted out before we go for the counseling session to our upline. Because when we are not on the same page, when we go to our upline, well, you're not going to get the best out of it. And what do we do? What do we bring to the table for counseling session is trust and respect. If we don't bring that, guess what? You will sit and say yes as to everything what upline says, but you go back and you do what you feel like doing, because you don't have that trust anyways. So that's something which you have to work on. It's very important if you want to get the best out of your upline. You got to bring that to the table.
The same line of thought, right, as mentioned, now that we have seen a growth in our business. And we have seen us elevated to a next level of leadership. So there'll be a point of time in your journey of this business where your role as the leader, where you will have a chance to counsel other people in your team. And that's a very important steps in your life, because that's the time you can actually help the new IBO embrace his dreams and goals. And sometimes people come with the thought process, okay, I don't have anything happening in my business, I don't even know what to talk to my upline. So people have that stigma that only when there's something happens in my business, I need to go and talk to my upline. So you got to remove those cobwebs, keep their defenses down, and make sure that hey, it doesn't matter whether things happen in your life, in the business or not. Keep the communication line up and running. And as an upline IBO, my entire goal is to make them feel good, and I will check the pulse to see whether they are even ready for the counseling session to help them to move on to the next level. But I think we've been talking again for the last 5-10 minutes, I guess, but I want to hear from you guys. I know you guys have put together a phenomenal business. You're brand new emeralds, and we've been hearing so much about all the growth strategies that you guys have. But what are some of the things that you have seen that, okay, these are some of the do's that you got to do when you're going for a counseling session, or maybe some of the don'ts that you should never do it when you're going for a counseling. So if you can shed some light on that, that would be awesome.
Absolutely. By the way, that was phenomenal. What you guys are talking about. It was so. I hope a lot of people make a lot of notes because it was such an amazing point there. But yeah, to even just begin with, right? The do's is, of course, you counsel monthly and you make sure you take your uplines time the first couple days of the month, or at least the last couple days of the before, the previous month, right? Like Balaji was talking about, you got to draw your group, like Kumar talks about, on a big paper, right? It's not like on a small sticky note or something like that. Because you got to have a big vision for your own group. Even if you don't have a group, you start visualizing, you put those empty circles, put dates on those circles, then you'll sponsor somebody by so and so dates, right? But those are the things you start visualizing. Those are the most important part of it, right? Then, like you mentioned about those goals, you define those goals on the org chart. So when you go as a prepared IBO, you have those 4 goals listed, your personal PV, because you do certain volume on a digital delivery, right? The certain PV that you're going to do hustle by BCS and all that. You add up and say, hey, this is my personal volume going to be. My group is, of whatever amount of people, that's going to be a total volume, group volume and all that, number of people in the team. So you define those things very, very well, right? And like all of you actually stress, and that is the key point in this, that before you go to counseling, you got to spend enough time preparing. Even if you're a husband, wife, or even single, you prepare well. You got to have at least 2-3 hours of your own time to sit down and think what your business is going to look like before you actually meet with your upline, so that you have good questions for them as well, right?
Right, absolutely. Like what Nathan said, if you're building it as a couple, right, you should be together, not only when putting the org chart together, but you should be together sitting down for the counseling also. And if you have kids who needs a lot of attention, just make sure you make arrangements for babysitter. So all the distractions are taken away. So it never happens that Nathan sits for the counseling and I'm on the side listening to the conversation. I want to be part of this conversation because we are building this together. We are in this together. We are making decisions together. We are 100% partner. So it has to be all together, right? And the second thing also, like you already mentioned about it, send your org chart, questions, goals to your upline way ahead of time, so they know that you are ready, just not physically, but mentally you are ready to receive the information, right? And like, again, you mentioned, like your specific questions is going to give you the best result out of your counsel. So your specific and smart questions are going to give you the best result out of your counseling. So just be prepared.
Yeah, one of the other things we also do is we rate ourselves on 9 core steps on the org chart, right? Yes. I do my own rating, she does her own rating, right? Because your upline needs to know what are you doing as an activities in 9 core steps as well, right? How much are you reading, listening, showing the plan, client creation, all that. They need to know individually what have you contributed for our own business, right? And usually the framework for counseling is talk about what was discussed last month, right? How much progress have you really made, right? What happened, what didn't happen? If things didn't happen, why it didn't happen? And what are you looking to do differently this month to make that happen? That would be an ideal framework, for the counseling session. And also, one thing we also encourage people not to sugarcoat anything. It's tell what it is, right?
Don't use your power of spoken word.
Yeah, absolutely. Because look, your upline is like a doctor. If you tell them you have a headache, they're going to prescribe medicine for headache, right? But if you have a knee pain, that doesn't work, right? So give the right information. They have enough experience to guide you properly. Right?
See, everybody has to remember that counseling session, game planning session is between 2 adults talking about life and business and being able to do a matured conversation without having any ego, right? So it is best thing to focus on what your upline is saying, not how they are trying to tell you, right? And do not make your upline choose between your growth and your friendship. Allow them, give them freedom to tell you what is right and what is wrong, right?
Yeah.
That is one thing which is very important, because when it comes to if you make your upline walk on eggshells, right? Even push come to shove, I would rather keep the friendship and not give people an advice, because they have to grow up to that point for me to really give them an advice. Very well said.
Absolutely.
Very well
Because
said.
there is nothing wrong or right. We are sitting there on that table to discuss it. So just put everything together and discuss it.
Yeah. Because sometimes people come up and tell their upline, "Oh, tell me anything, I give you the freedom." But their body language, their action doesn't reflect that at all, right? It becomes very difficult. So make sure you want to give that freedom, you want to show it in action as well. Show it in your body language. Sometimes your facial expressions scare the heck out of your upline. Kind of thing.
That is true.
Right? So, and again, remember, your upline is not superhumans. For us, it is. Our uplines are genius. Like, they're unbelievable, right? All our uplines are amazing. But what they have is collective data, right? Of so many teams have built, so many people they've worked. So they exactly know what will work for you, what will not work for you, right? So that's the reason you want to pick their brain, right? You want to really go out there and understand. Look, as an IBO, we always try to keep everything positive. But like you were talking about, it's best to tell what are your struggles as well, because that becomes very important for your upline to know where you're struggling, so they can give you a proper advice.
Right. And like you mentioned about communication, for sure. Like communication should not only happen during the time of counseling or game planning session. Communication, it should be like an airplane communication. Like the pilot doesn't talk to tower only when the plane takes off or it's landing. There is a constant communication between the pilot and the tower to keep the plane on the track. And that's how the communication you should have your upline to keep yourself on the track. And I feel effective communication is the most important part of your growth in this business.
Oh, absolutely. See, you know what? In fact, if you had a proper game planning and counseling session with your upline, that is a trigger point for the communication for the entire month.
Right.
Because what are you going to talk to your upline if that particular the baseline is set?
Right.
That's very important.
I agree, absolutely. They said, don't send your representative to counsel, right? Be yourself, be truthful, right?
Yeah, you go and sit.
That's right.
Look, and like we was talking about, sometimes people are very fearful, right, to go back to counseling because they've not done the work, right? They've not done what was discussed last month, and they say, what would I share? I have nothing that I've done, nothing to talk to your upline. But it's like when you're cold, you need to go to the fire. And your upline is always fired up because there's so much growth story or something happening in their life. If I'm cold, I want to go to my upline because that's where the learning is going to happen. So that thing, everybody has to get out of their mind that, it's okay. If you've not done something, accept it. It's okay. There is always a new month and there's a new beginning. They're not your boss. Nobody judge. It's a non-judgment area, right? This is complete you and your upline. That's the reason we call it customized counseling, right? Customized game planning, because they're working with you, right?
That's true.
Would you agree?
That's true. So you know what, Nitin, one thing I observed, people, when they go for counseling, they get the counseling from their upline. They're not happy. Guess what they do? They go to the upline, upline, and ask the same question. See, it's in their benefit because every upline is different personality. They are going to talk. They are going to give. They might give a different. But if you tell your upline, hey, this is what I spoke to X person, and this is the advice they give. What do you recommend? Then you'll get the right one.
And on the same line of thought, right, Shalaka, there may be instances that you are like 5-6 deep from the person whom you sponsored, but you're counseling with your upline platinum or Q12. And, my learning from my business is, you have multiple friendships with your upline, but you always counsel with one, because that kind of creates that sanity in your relationships and also create that strategy and, a clarity for your thinking, right? So sometimes, when, as Balaji said, when upline, you come up with a goal and a game plan, and it's kind of, far ahead of your group and the structures that you have, an upline may be able to actually help you to, reset the goal or, reclassify a little bit here and there. And I think in order for us to accept that mentorship, to receive, because most of the important thing, in my opinion, again, is you have to learn to receive the mentorship. Mentorship is always there in BWW, but it is up to the IBO for us to adapt and receive that counseling, because you've got to build that trust and friendship with your upline. And you have to believe that they are customizing that goal and the strategy for your benefit.
Yeah.
So that's something very important.
Again, as you receive as well as you be transparent. There's
Right.
nothing to hide from your upline. They're always going to think about you and give you the good answers.
Yeah.
So always share.
And look, even when you set a goal, right, on a monthly basis, there's nothing called over communication. You talk, and there might be a chance that you miss a goal, right? It happens, all of us. And there's always in my upline taught me, if you miss your goal, that means you've grown. If you hit your goal, your business is grown, right? Simple. And it's okay, right? Don't expect rainbows, it doesn't rain kind of thing, right? It's going to happen. Stuff is going to happen. And even during counseling session, you might have a disagreement, like Balaji was talking about. You might have a difference of opinion. But the respect is the most important part of it. When you leave that counseling session, all of you should be on the same page, right? Because as a team, whatever is decided, because we know God blesses unity. So it's paramount to be on the same page when you leave the counseling session. Would you say that?
Oh, absolutely. And one other thing I found is people go to counsel with people only when the business is happening.
Yeah.
It's a very thing which happens all the time. When they are business excited, they are moving on, they go. When the business is not moving on, they say, anyway, business is not happening, where should I go? When it goes, then you know what, that's the time you said it right. You got to go to the fire when you feel cold.
Yeah,
very
that's what we say. Like sometimes the tragedy is not at all missing the goals. Tragedy is sometimes you don't set the goals at all.
Absolutely.
You know, so it is very, very important for you to set the goals so you see the success.
Yeah.
Right.
The whole idea of, I think, the counseling aimed at is to duplicate your upline's mindset, right? Eventually, your goal is to observe them, how they do what they do, so that eventually you can copy really how they think under certain situations, so that you can duplicate that and have a business of their size or even better.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I also see as you grow in the business, you come to a point where you start counseling people. You know, that point, your downline when he comes to you for counseling. You have been watching for the past couple of months what all mistakes he's been doing. When he comes and you beat him up, you know, that's what you have been doing. This is wrong. So you see, your goal is to build them up. You know, because that's exactly how they grow. That's very important. You have to influence his thinking. And one other thing is when people ask any questions, okay, what should I do in this scenario? You ask them back a question if you're counseling somebody, because you wanted to know how they think. You want to influence their thinking because you are actually building up leaders, which is very important. It's exactly this business is all about you becoming a leader first, and then you building leaders. That's how you build your asset.
Exactly.
Right.
And it's not that you counsel with somebody you are comfortable with in your business, in your upline. Always counsel with a growing upline.
Yes.
You know, so you grow your business.
Yeah, that is true.
I think we have been having a great time having this conversation. I think for us, Balaji and me, you know, this is a game changer for us.
It
you
is.
know, the moment we kind of anchored our goal, our activities with our upline goal, and be that unison, our business started to explode. So I think for the counseling and game planning is one of the key components for you to build your self-esteem too, because it is very important. Upline is like a source where you go with all the problems. They may actually not have any solution to all our problems, but they will embrace our goals.
Exactly.
And that's what we have experienced. Whenever we go to our uplines, go home, after an hour, when we come back, we actually feel like superwoman and super.
Like always.
That's the way they made us feel all the time. And that's what we love about it, because somebody is there to pat on our back, even during our failures. There's always peaks and valleys, but this is the best opportunity for us to, embrace our failure and grow and change and obviously succeed. Yeah.
I think we have few seconds left, right? But we have an amazing speaker who's coming next.
Yeah. Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you want to give him that hit?
Yeah, let's see. Let's figure it out. I know this couple is one of the sought after speaker, and they are really crazy. So they do something called
boom. Back to the host.
Love it. My goodness, OMG. And those are all the in thing to know about. OMG. Do you know what OMG means?
Recording stopped.
Oh my God, that was such an awesome.
Really?
Okay.
So here's the thing though, you heard them speak some deep stuff about counseling. And I hope you were making notes. People have been messaging, and I love this recap because it kind of layers in what you need to be thinking about in terms of what they shared and how you can apply to your business. Preparation plays a major role when counseling with your upline, right? Sunil and Sri Devi, right? Give your mentors a freedom, add value to your life. Andy Zhu, right? The magic is not counseling in itself, but it's the preparation which did prior to the counseling. I love, a lot of you have quoted about don't make your upline, pick between your growth and about between your, between your growth and
about yourself,
about your friendship. I love that part, right? So, what do you think, Hari?
I'm telling you, Nitin and Shalaka, they're actually from my part of the country.
Okay.
And I've seen them grow up. Yeah, very smart people. I've seen them grow up and blossom to be such very successful people. And Balaji and Priya, we speak the same language.
Got it.
Hari and Hari.
Yep.
Right. And same part of country in India. We can just talk about diversity and all those kind of stuff. But very high profile,
Yep.
directors and senior managers. And, these are people who are already very successful in their career and giving us pointers about, how they are growing in their business. It's
I
absolutely
love what they
fantastic.
said here. I would counsel only when I have something going on in my business. It's a cobweb. Remove it and start game planning monthly. Dharmesh and Swati. Folks, I can just go on and on with this like every other speaker here, but we're going to do our favorite part of
Yep.
this show.
Absolutely. Everybody keeps looking for this.
Yep.
And this is what, it's food for the spirit, as they say.
So,
and
what
we
are we gonna do
are
now? We're going to do the pin
recognition
of
new Q12s all the way up to new emeralds. So
get
sit
ready.
back,
and
enjoy.
and cheer on for all the success. And with that, over to pin recognition.
Hello, new Q12s.
Well, congratulations to everybody, and I hope you guys have set that goal of who you want to be in the next webinar, and or whether the event is going to be happening live or not. So
I know it's time for some supernatural growth. Right? After all this information, you got to join these celebrations along with the rest of the pins over here, right?
Absolutely.
So, Hari, let me ask you, what's happening next on the agenda?
Well, we actually have some power couple, high energy, and I mean, cannot think of anybody else that you're also going to be listening in. Again, don't leave anywhere. Sit down, park yourself, and take a plenty of notes. So
before you call them on, I want to say some fun fact about that, right? So when we talk about diversity and inclusion, and you just seeing this team all across this entire event, right? The next couple are really a bridge that bring that in a big aspect of it, right? They are bilingual, they can speak multiple languages, and they got a great personality. The fun fact about that is this person is learning jiu-jitsu and is the second level and won a gold competition recently on that. So when you're free, man, you got time to do all that stuff. And his wife is due in February. I heard it's the Lincoln baby month. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
My wife was born in February.
Oh,
I
really?
love that. February is a great month. So with that, who's the couples, Hari?
Nick and Stephanie Milwaukee.
Boom! What is up, everybody? Nick, Steph Milwaukee, blessed to be here in the Grit office. Nick, Steph, Justin Milwaukee here, blessed to be in the Grit office. So anyway, we have only a couple minutes with y'all, and then we're gonna hop right into it. For those who don't know, we are blessed to be a part of the sponsorship. Our upline brand new founders EDCs, Kugin and Samina Bhattacharya. Upline to them are brand new founders Triple Diamonds, Shivram and Angie Kumar. We have Moneypaul Rangaretti, Manuchetta, and brand new crowns, Kanti and Latagala. And we're blessed to be a part of the best system in the world of Amway, Brit Worldwide. And I know I joked around a little bit earlier about me getting a Brit Worldwide tattoo tatted on my chest. I'm not going to get it on my chest, but I am going to get a BWW tattoo very, very soon. Right, Stephanie?
Sure, why not? Go for it.
Obviously, yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit anyway. Anyway, listen, we're going to hop right into it. It's been an amazing life thus far, and we're excited about what's to come. Life is awesome. We got started in business at 19, went full-time in this at the age of 20, been free for 11, 12 years now. Jason, our 2-year-old son, is right now going to school.
Recording in progress.
On their early development program. Because of this business, we've been able to put him in a very, very good program. I think we dropped like $25,000-$30,000 for that. My mom right now is traveling. I don't even know. She's tuning into this somewhere in the world. I think she might be in home, but she might be in one of her pilgrimages. Don't really know how that works out. We just came from an amazing Achievers trip. Amway, when they do anything, they do a first class, close down all of Universal Studios, Adventure Island. Me and all the guys, part of our organization that are Q12s and up, we traveled all around, lost a lot of weight, gained a lot of weight, eating all this food, went around all these different rides, almost threw up on the Hulk, and then Kosuma had the nerve to say, let's go one more time. So sure, we went one more time, and it was just really, really great and bad experience at the same time, but I'm glad we're living it. The team is winning right now. I think we have how many people in our team got the $12,000, $20,000 bonus, the Q12 bonus? I don't even know. We all got the $21,000 bonus.
Are they close to 26 people at Achievers?
26 people at Achievers. Andre and Crystal, congratulations to you guys. They're Founders Emeralds. They just received like $100,000 in bonuses at the end of the year, and they still have their Emerald Profit Sharing bonus coming in. But I mean, we've been receiving those bonuses for quite some time now. But in all comparison to the best is yet to come, the better days are ahead of us. We're on Section 8 welfare. Compared to our upline, you guys already know about Founders, EDCs, Kankan, and Samina Bhattacharya. I was just hanging out with Kumar and Angeli backstage over here, and just found out that this, not found out, I knew, but to actually hear about it, they have, hold on, I don't want to mess this up. They have 8 emeralds and above legs, and 5 of which have hit the diamond level. An amazing lifestyle that they have, and they're just talking about how this is the future for every single one of us and every single one of you guys. We had the Emerald Watch Party. I'm getting too much into this, but we had an Emerald Watch Party, and everybody hanging out in backstage. And it's not just about the yelling. It's not just about screaming. I want to talk to you guys real quick because for me, it's about the law of proximity. Okay, and to have a Crystal Curry sit next to a Joanne Lillo and to have them spend some quality time, and Crystal Curry trying to do her best not to like fangirl, like, oh my God, but like that type of, and having Esmond right next to Kumar, Andre right next to Kumar, Kosuma with Stephanie. I don't know how to explain. That is critical for overall success in life and in business. And that Emerald Watch Party is not just about the fact that we're just sitting down, getting together, eating some great food. By the way, it's great food. Just hanging out and making great memories and laughing and crazy amount of jokes. But ultimately, it really is a fact that you want to be side by side with people that are legends that can really stretch you and they can really bring you to a higher level. I mean, Steph and I, we've been making great money, but to see that we have a long way to go in comparison to some of the people that we respect and love the most, we still have a long way to go. So anyway, I'm gonna give it up to Stephanie. She's gonna take it from here because here's one thing: the business is very simple. You generate business, you educate yourself and others, and you sponsor other people. It's super simple. You market Amway's goods and services. However, listen, one of the things that gets overlooked a lot is the culture that is created in an organization. That means from you down, regardless of your pin level, your culture, the morale, all of that is all a part of team building. And it's incredibly important that you realize that you need to create a culture of unity. And we're a part of, I could say a team, but Steph and I would consider the BWW team a family. And to create that from you down is something that you really do need to learn. And we're going to take a deep dive into that right now. So with that, here's my beautiful, amazing wife, Stephanie Nawoki.
Yeah, well, thank you, babe. And so excited. I ditto and I echo all the sentiments that Nick talked about. Life is really amazing. It is beautiful. And it has been beautiful mainly because we found this BWW team. And for us, that means everything. Being a part of the BRIT organization is probably one of the biggest pride. I always tell Nick, I don't come from a family that you can say was the top. I don't come from the Vanderbilts. I don't come from, these huge names. I actually come from poverty. I come from farmers. But one of the greatest things about BWW is that they allowed my family lineage to now mean something bigger and better. And that one day our kids are going to say, I come from the Nawokis. I come from the LOS or the Galas, etc. And that's something to take pride in. But you know what? It's not enough to just be a part of this team and to understand it. You have to be a team player in this team. I believe that this fall extravaganza for some of you is seeing what this business is about. You're enjoying it. Some of you guys are just kind of getting a recap of the strategies and how to build this business. But for me, it is a call to action to be one of the best team players in BWW, to step up and really unify yourself under the banner of being one team. And here are the few things that I think will help you in that journey. Number one is that you have to get yourself in a gratitude position. Everything when it comes to unity, when it comes to growing, for me, it always starts with gratitude. And as your gratitude grows in this business, so will your accountability, so will your unity. A new person, when they get started in the business, they may not be super unified with upline just as yet because nothing has really happened to them for them to be grateful. But for some of us who have been in the business for a little bit, 3 weeks, a month, 6 months, we start to really think about what this team has done for us, what the talks have done for us, what the reading has done for us, what the association has done for us. And our gratitude starts to grow, and so does our unity. I think my business started to kick off when I started to perform, not because I wanted credit and I wanted to be known as a big bad, silver or big bad ruby in this business. But when I started to grow from a place of like, I am so grateful for what my upline and this team has done for me, that the only way that I can pay them back is with my growth. There's a very different mindset in those type of growth. And the one that has been more long lasting for me has been the one from gratitude. The second thing, if you want to really become a team player, is that you have to study what makes BWW unique. Everybody who knows me and my team, I always talk about study your history, study your upline, find out what BuildBrit is all about. There's a few things that come to the top of my head that makes BWW super special. The number one thing, and this is, again, I'm still new in the business, I feel like. So it's just been from years of observing, going to other teams, hearing different LOSs at Achievers, at Diamond Club. But there's a DNA that BWW has, some teachings that other teams don't have. Like, for example, Bill Britt gave us the 3 powers. You're not going to find a lot of systems or education systems out there that have that. Do you know what they are, and are you applying them? You know, we have the cardinal rules. I always get surprised when I meet somebody from a different team Amway, and I talk about the cardinal rules or I mention them, and they never heard of that. And why do we have a young team that has been unified through so many years, despite the fact that they're young and hormonal and crazy and emotional? It's because we learned the cardinal rules and we've been applying them ever since we learned them. We have Vern. You know, that is, if you don't know what that is, go on BWTV and get access to that. We have true diversity, just this function alone. So many different religions, so many different languages. It's ridiculous. A lot of people like to talk about diversity, and they're trying to figure out how to implement it in their companies, but BWW has it. Just in our table at the watch party, I did the math. There were 3 different languages, well, probably more than 3, but 3 that I know, 3 different religions, 4 different cultures. And it's amazing to see that. We also have Bill Britt and the MOC that keep Bill Britt alive for us. I mean, we actually have people that have sat at the feet of Bill Britt, teaching us and passing on that knowledge to us, with Paul and Leslie, with Angela and Claudia, with Kumar and Anjali, and with Kanti and Lata. We don't, and Brian Joanne Malillo now. We have the MOC to keep that alive. We don't have hairology. I don't know if you guys know what that means, but there's a lot of people out there, when there's a performance, they do a lot of like hair and like lighting, and it's all a lot of fluff. But in this business, we have a lot of content. You know, we really have content. When you pay attention to the speakers here, it's not fluff, it's content. And then we have the inner circle, we have that pool. You don't find that anywhere else. We have moved on because we have this desire to be with the inner circle. Last thing, and I'll give it to Nick, is that, you know, if you want to become a team player, you got to start thinking long term. You know, we went to Grand Rapids recently because we have a new personal silver leg, Batir and Gunchuk. Congratulations. We have a 4,000 out there. We've got a chance to pass by the Amway Corporation. It was really cool because as we were in front of the globe with the flags for Amway, there's a sign of all the founders councils, and we got to see Kanti and Lata and show off that that's our upline, and we saw Bill and Peggy's name there. But I remember at that moment to look up a photo of like my first platinum conference, and it was a photo of Nick and Anthony Malillo as like young little babies, you know, shaking hands. Okay, shaking hands. And I took this photo. I wish I could show it to you guys, but maybe I'll show it another time. And I was just thinking about how even at that moment, I didn't understand how long-term these businesses are. They literally went from babies at a platinum conference to now me and Jenny are literally 1 week apart. We're having babies together. So that's how this business works. You don't even know how big and how long it will be if you just plug in and be a team player. So I'll give it back to Nick. He's incredible when it comes to unity, when it comes to, you know, I think it was Paulson or Glenn, I forgot who it was that was telling that if you hear Nick's heartbeat, you kind of can like get a recording of it. It doesn't go dum dum, it goes BWW, BWW. And I'm so proud to have a unified team player and a unified leader leading our home.
Thank you. So pretty much to put it all into in a nutshell, I think of unity and BWW in 3 terms. One is myself, and let's just talk about you and me. At the end of the day, I look at the greats, people who, you know, let's talk about the founding families of Amway. If you look at Rich and you look at Jay, they were partnered together, and their loyalty to each other was the most important thing, I feel. And yeah, you know what? They had their ups and downs. They all have their imperfections. I mean, we're all human, so people are just imperfect. But at the end of the day, they decided to be loyal together. The original, I guess you could say, the Amway Association, and Amway at the time, they were loyal to each other. Loyalty and their word was their bond, and their bond was, everything was just so important based off of that. I look back into this business, even to this day, I feel like that should still be the case even now. That's one, is ourselves, we have to be loyal and we have to be unified with somebody else. That's one. The second thing here is talking about the bigger team. It's not just a partner in a sense of an upline, but the bigger team. What I mean by that is I could just say a couple stories. I remember early on in my business, we plugged into 2 different open meetings that fostered me, took care of me, and are cross-line, but I guess just a bigger family type of meetings, if you will. First was Ramesh Sharma and Nanda and Sangeeta, you know, and that was a King of Prussia open meeting. I showed up there as a college student, 100 PV, 150 PV. I remember being taken in with Rajiv and Mini and being molded and loved on, and they had no financial benefit in my success whatsoever. We had Wayne and Suzanne Callender, Glenn and Shirley Dowling. Their open meeting out in New York, they took us and our whole organization in and took care of our team. And that helped me build my business. And they also taught me the intangibles of how to have standards and how to run a meeting. You know, as I built my business, I remember going Q12 and Sapphire right before I go on stage to get recognized at a major conference similar to what you see in the back here. I remember Sugi holding my hand, and I'm going up the stairs, and he held my hand and looked me right in the eye and said, "Don't you ever get the big head. Make sure you keep on building what you're supposed to be doing, building." And I'll never forget that. And it's just, it was an older brother, if you will, talking to me and you know, being and showing tough love. But you know, that is all a part of the family of BWW. I remember going on, walking up on stage. I was one of these guys here, and Sanjeev and Shauna Sahai were raising Prakash Smith's hands as brand new diamonds. And I remember looking at Prakash's. Now again, my upline, I'm loyal. I love my upline. I'm there through thick and thin. But it really was the team that fostered all of the intangibles here. And then there's also the next level. One is you appreciate and you're loyal to your upline. The second thing is you're alongside with your team. You're alongside with the bigger BWW family. And third is facilitating that in your organization. It's very difficult. A lot of people, they look at our organization and say, dude, your guys are just so tight. And yes, we really are. When I take a look at Esmond Feratovic and Andre Curry, there's not one thing I wouldn't do for these men. I'll take a bullet for them. And I know that sounds ridiculous or anything like that, but it really is true. You know, some folks, they make fun of, you know, the hood or low quality people, but, you know, to a certain extent, there's a lot of things you can learn from us people from the hood. You know, when I'm loyal, when I give somebody my word is my worth. Money does not get in between me and my friendships. Money does not get in between me and my upline or my downline or the BWW family. It just does not and never has. I don't know what it is about staying loyal, but I just that's it for me. And anything that's can somehow deter or break or something, cause a crack in that type of loyalty and unity that I have and that we have, I'm just one of those guys. I like to just cut the cancer. It is what it is. To maintain something from you down, remember that. Anything that breaks the cardinal rules has to go. Anything. I remember Bill Britt, Cast and Concrete. I forget exactly the stock number. Go on BSM. I'll wrap it up with this. He said, never, ever, and Bill Britt, when he says ever let any negative go down line or cross line. And I think about that not just for negative downline and cross line, but in anything when it comes down to the cardinal rules. Listen, BWW family, I may not know you yet. I'm sure one day I will. But I know for a fact that I'm counting on you guys to do what you do, because the best way you keep this unified is by growing your business and waving the BWW banner high. I love you guys so much. That's all the time. I promise you I'm gonna grow my pin so I can get more time. Love you guys. Take care. Boom, boom, boom.
Yes, loved it. Right? I mean, if you hear his talk consistently, there's a certain level of heart that you feel. Absolutely. When I was listening to Stephanie,
Recording stopped.
that all along what we were talking about this afternoon, she's been bringing this all together, right? Talking about what BWW stands for and what's the heart element, what heart element in this, what's the aspect of diversity and inclusion, what does it mean to be grateful, right? And so what do you have on your messages going, Hari?
Oh man, this is absolutely, I'm just going to pick a couple. I know this guy. He says, to be a good leader, you have to be a good follower. Mihir from Austin, Texas. Don't send a representative to counseling.
Yeah.
You go.
Yeah.
And from Ori team in New Jersey, we have to learn because it's always there in BWW. You know, and I can just keep going on and on.
In fact, the difficult part is the messages keep coming and they just keep
and then it's just overlapping on top of that. Yeah.
Like, which speaker was that?
Yeah.
It's gone. The next one. Yeah.
So if you miss your goal, you grow. If you hit your goal, your business grows. Man, that is absolutely fantastic. Who said that? That's Yasmin, part of Nikhil Jain team from Canada.
Love it.
Shout out. Tragedy is not missing the goal. Tragedy is not setting a goal.
I mean, it's amazing what just keep.
If you were to compile all these thoughts and write books, they should worth a lot of money.
Absolutely.
Right? Because every time I think one line can change your life and alter your thought altogether and take it to the next level, the question is, are you ready to apply, like one of the speakers said, right?
Yeah.
Now, we're getting towards the end, is that right?
Yes.
Of this afternoon session. And you couldn't ask for better speakers to wrap this thing up.
Yeah.
Right?
It
and,
is.
And you are in for a treat with this couple, right? I am going to give you a little fun fact that's not really a fun fact, that's like a huge fact. They have over 1,500 platinums in their group. A lot of us are aspiring, right, Hari, to go platinum and get somehow 7,500 figured out,
yeah.
Let alone have 1,500 of them in your organization,
yeah.
And with over 20 diamonds, right? Do you want to tell who this couple is who's going to wrap it up for this night?
I'm telling you, the guy has a master's in electrical engineering, we call it double E, and the lady has a master's in computer science. I mean, academically very powerful, had a lot of excellent career, but they gave that all up because here is a better way by which that they can influence people and make a difference. So
true. In fact, with such a huge organization they have, the gratitude that they carry is amazing.
Yep.
Right. And every success, in this business talks about having that attitude of gratitude. And to really drill on that, right? Please help us welcome
from New Jersey,
TD
and Suparna Datta.
Wow, wow, wow. What a function going on. Oh my God. And we are in the BWW studios. It's actually the labor room of Red Worldwide. Can you say that, Suparna?
Yes.
Okay.
Recording in progress.
They have the sign called push, push, push. Okay. And I know that in this business also, if you don't push yourself, you will never be delivered as a leader. But you need a push and pull together, of course. Okay. Pull your team and push yourself. But we are fired up out here. I'm telling you, from yesterday, the way the function is going on is just amazing. I feel like we are in that, in the New York studio, Saturday afternoon live going on. And in a few hours, the Saturday night live will start. Okay, it's just so awesome. Thanks to the BWW team, the staff who is making it happen for all around the world. People are logged in from all over the world. Okay, now it's called phygital, physical and digital together. Amazing. Oh my God. Suparna, how does it feel? I mean, are you fired up about it?
I'm just so excited to be here and to see the way everything has been put together. You guys have no idea what is going on behind the scenes, and it's just so special to come here and see and visualize what Bill and Peggy actually dreamt about, and to see this whole thing was put together by that couple. It is just so special.
Amazing. In fact, I will surely come back, but I remember the philosopher Plato. The Plato was very, very famous around. Okay, everybody knows Plato. Now, Plato was talking to his friend and said that, I am the wisest man in the world, but I know one truth. Okay, so the friend asked him, what is that? He said, I don't know nothing. He said, who said that? He said, my wife. Okay, so I would like to have Suparna get started with this very, very special topic as we wrap up this amazing session. And I will tell you guys, we want you all to listen carefully, because I feel that for this session, this will be a great convergence. Okay, so with that, here is my wife, Suparna.
Wow, what a fantastic session it has been for the last year and a half. And, as we wrap up this afternoon session, we want to talk about gratitude and gratefulness and what power those two words have in everyone's life. See, many years ago, TD and myself, we came to this land of opportunity. We both had a dream within ourselves, and we both started working for two major corporations, climbing the corporate ladder, not knowing what is there on the other side, till we met Tushar and Devjani, who introduced us to this wonderful opportunity. And then, we wanted to do something. And then they introduced us to, new founders, Crowns, Kanti and Latagala, who have been our coaches in our business. And, in the beginning,
We were not really looking for lots of money. We really didn't understand. In fact, I didn't even understand the potential of this business. But you know what? We just wanted to do something. We wanted to hang out with the people who were somewhere in life where we also wanted to be in. And if I look at our journey in the last 2+ decades, and I just think, what if Tushar and Devjani had not shown us this opportunity? Where our life would be? You know why we are grateful? What if Bill Britt decided not to build the business? Where would we be? What if, Kanti and Lata decided, nah, this business is not for us. We'd rather work for the rest of our lives. What if Rich and Jay decided to give up? Where would all of us be? You know what? Why we are grateful? Because we come from a family where nobody ever built business. We had no background about business, but how this wonderful Amway opportunity and the Brit Worldwide system taught us so many things and changed us, changed our outlook, changed our vision. Why we are grateful? Because we have a company like Amway backing us up. How many of you have seen in the last 2 years, almost since we have been in this pandemic, how many new products the company has introduced into their product line, in spite of everything that is going on? Continuously, so many products. Yes, the company made money. They made lots of money, but you also made money too. And I can tell you, ever since I have been in the business, we have been in the business, we have never missed a single bonus check from Amway. Gets deposited right on the 15th of every month. What a predictable company. You know why we are grateful? Because this opportunity gave me the option to leave my job and build this business full time. I know there are many of you who would love to build the business full time and take control of your time and money. You know why I'm grateful? Because when my dad was in the ICU, I didn't have to ask a boss. I didn't even have to ask TD. I just bought the airline ticket and I could be there till the very end of his life. You know why I'm grateful? Just 2 years ago, when my mother was sick, I was there for almost 3 months taking care of her. I mean, you cannot put a price to all that. Early of this year, TD was away for more than 3 months taking care of his dad. How many companies you think, or whatever kind of business you may have, will give you that opportunity, will give you that freedom of time? Money you can make in many different ways, but that freedom of time that we have, I'm telling you, that is priceless. In fact, our business actually grew. And I remember very early on when TD and myself, we came to this country, we had made a very firm decision that we were never going to compromise in any way with respect to whatever we have to do for our parents. And today, even though both our parents are not here in this world, we look at each other and we thank this business. We thank our uplines, because today we have no regrets, because while they were still alive, we could give them the best of the best opportunity. I'm sure there are so many of you who would love to give the best of the best lifestyle to your family. You know why we are grateful? Because when we look at our team here, when we look at our global team, we see how much they have accomplished in their life, and we feel so grateful that maybe we played 1% role in them, getting so many different things in their life. We value the friendships and the relationships that we have developed over the years, and you cannot put a price tag to that. You cannot pay anybody to build those relationships. I remember a long time back when our business started in India, my father and myself, we were having a chat, and he told me, both you sisters are in America and we are, just your mother and myself. But today, because of this Amway opportunity, I feel I have 100 sons with me, because anytime there was something that was needed, our team was there always to support them. Where can you find them? I'm grateful for a wonderful husband. We have a lovely time spending together, and we have been free for so many years. So we just love building the business. We just love traveling everywhere. If you look at the recent news, you will see that 4.4 million people quit their jobs in September. Why? Why did they quit? Because the pandemic made them realize that family time, spending time with the children, is much more important than working for somebody for the rest of your life. How many of you people know people who have given up their jobs? They would rather be at home and spend time with their family. And this is the opportunity which can help you to, work for a few years so that you can buy back that time and spend that time with your family. Why we should all be grateful? Because we are alive. We can smell, we can see, we have a vision in our life. Our day starts with giving thanks to God, and our day ends with prayer because we are thankful for what we have received and what we are about to receive. Do you realize what you have in your hands today? How would your life be? If you work till the fag end of your life, how would your biography of your life look like? Or would you rather have something where you can say that you have made an impact in the lives of many, many people? Friends can go, you can make new ones. You can make a lot of money nowadays by making doing so many different other things. But it always comes with a price tag. 13th of November 2021 is going to be gone in the next few hours. Can you buy back that time? No. But you have a great future in front of you. So make the most of it. We give thanks to all our uplines, and we're so thankful that we have built this wonderful business, and we continue to keep on building the business till the last day. And here is the person for whom I'm here on the stage today. I just love him and admire him. And with that, here is TD.
Wow. There was an 8-year-old girl and her dad walking on a wobbly hanging bridge. And it was kind of risky to cross. So the father extended, her daughter to hold his hand. Okay, he says, why don't you hold my hand tight till we cross it? The 8-year-old said, Dad, if I hold your hand and the midway I get scared from the movement, I might let go. I don't have confidence in myself that I can hold till the end. So instead, Dad, you hold my hand because I have this faith that whatever happens, you will never let me go. And you know what? Who is holding your hand? Do you have that faith that somebody is holding your hand? Okay, because things will happen, but they will not let you go. And I'm really, before I even go into my topic, I really want to say I'm grateful. I'm grateful to this business, to this company. I'm grateful, of course, to my parents for giving me the birth. I'm grateful to Suparna, grateful to this amazing business opportunity, grateful to Bit Worldwide, Amway Corporation, Tushar and Devjani, our mentors, Kanti and Lata Gala, and the wonderful team which we have around the world. But I just want to mention about team of Ramesh and Shanti, Raman, Smita, Meghavan, Pranami, Yash and Mandeep. You just heard them today. Arjun and Rashi's, Shubhashish, team, the Bijan and Nita and Joanna's and Subrata and Sangeeta's. I'm just talking about the power players of the team for whom we are known around the world. And guys, I want to tell you something. When I entered yesterday, this meeting room, I had this sudden feeling that, whatever you say, there is someone who has made it happen. Out of 7 billion people in the world, what is the chance of Kanti Gala meeting Tushar and Devjani in Jersey City in a store? What is your chance of that you met your upline? There are millions of people who like to sit where you are sitting right now. Yes, they have $1 million home, but $1 million house, but they don't have home. They have stock options, but they don't have any other options in life. They are sitting in their basement and doing their Ethereum and cryptocurrency, but they cannot even come and decrypt themselves and have friendships. It's not the money. They cannot go to their PTA meetings, but because they have production support. But we could do that. And you have a chance of doing that too. One thing which I want to tell you that not everybody gets everything in life. But gratitude is not some that can be practiced only on Thanksgiving. Gratitude is not practiced only on Christmas or on birthdays. Gratitude is a heartbeat, which should be practiced every day. Are you practicing gratitude? Because gratitude directly connects to the faith. One thing I can tell you guys, what we have, people are longing for it. Are you really expressing that when you are showing your presentations? Every check I have got, I'm grateful. Every trip, every product, every relationship, even the people who quit the business, I'm grateful because they gave me enough reasons to grow. And that's okay. Okay, today you can be a speaker, you can be a seeker, or you can be a joker. Doesn't matter. Okay, the reason you are here because it's because of providential plan. And the reason some of the people are not here is because of the providential plan. And the people who leaves the business is also providential. So I don't care when people say, hey, I just don't know whether I can build it. I'm busy and all those. It's providential. There's nothing you can do about it. Some of you will see this plan. You will get excited. You will post messages and still you will not do anything. In fact, a lot of people thought in COVID we will be wiped out. Hey, how would you do those plans? I have some people who told me that. Hey, how's your Amway business going? I said, amazing. 8,000 people qualified for Orlando Achievers. Even before COVID, they didn't qualify so many. If you are the same business, what you had before COVID and after COVID, in 2 years, nothing happened to you because you may have been not grateful. But still, time is there. Okay, understand, guys, you know, a lot of people are thinking that there are a lot of time left. It's not many time left. It's a weekend. People are looking for weekends. How many weekends left in your life? In my life. I will tell you, if right now you are crying or you are cranky or you are whining and all those, you are wasting time. You are in the best time of the century. The internet, the Instagram, the Facebook. I mean, this is the time to learn how to post, how to reel, how to make stories. Oh my God, how to use those media to build your business around the world. Look at what has happened with Brit Worldwide, from Richmond Coliseum to the studios of North Carolina. What are you doing? How many contents you are making every day? Or you are still thinking of, they're going from, I mean, real estates to this, and people are so distracted. I will tell you guys, millions of people, as I'm saying, is waiting for you to be contacted and talk about this business. It's not the money, it's the package. You know, I will tell you that we are not reached yet. We are in arriving. We are reaching. We are learning. We are transforming. We are correcting. We are realizing. We are striving. We are detoxifying every time we listen to a new streaming. So many people want this chance. So guys, I want to tell you something that, you know, you need to have, how to get this guy. You need to have a grace, or I call the karmic balance, to be grateful. You know, I was just looking into, as Supana was talking about, people are leaving jobs. 4.5 million people have left jobs, 20 million jobs left to be covered. People don't care. They're given retainer bonuses. They're given high salaries and everything. No, it's the time of the great resignation. From Great Depression to Great Resignation. Never happened in the history. And we have the package. Are you grateful? You know, I want Supana, if you can come here and we can, you know, talk about this, guys. I mean, if you're in 20s and 30s and 40s, the options which you have, the support system, the BWW, Amway, I'm telling you, you have the best. Don't wait any longer. So Supana, how can somebody really practice this gratitude?
See, as we said, you've got to be grateful, but thank. You know, people could have done so many good things for you. Even the smallest thing that they have done. Say thank you.
Thank you. Okay, watch your language. Yes, you can have differences, but you're still grateful. Okay, that's most important part. Daily, you talked about the daily prayer.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay, appreciate people. Show your gratitude. Okay, I'm like, you know, anger, disappointment, failure are part of life. Frustration is a part of life. But being grateful will bring peace. You know, I always tell people, every time, you know, you are upset, that means you're not practicing gratitude anymore. Just like a kid, when falls down, mother gives them a candy so that they stop crying. When your brain starts crying, immediately practice gratitude. You will stop crying, otherwise you will be sick. So Supana said, we are grateful. We have survived the COVID, hopefully. Some people didn't.
We have definitely.
We have survived it. Guys, be grateful. And I want to finish with this story, guys. This is something, you know, which I just wanted to finish this. A story of Kurt Richard, a professor at Johns Hopkins. In 1950s, he did a little crude experiment. He got some rats, okay? And he did a psychology experiment. He took some water in a jar and got some domesticated rats and put them in the water. Okay, they started swimming, but not for too long. About 15 minutes they swam and could not make it. Then he took another set of rats, okay? Got another jar of water and put another set of, and put the rats in. And now he was timing it. Just at the verge of exhaustion, he plugged them out, dried them off, and let them rest for a few minutes, and then put them back into the water. In the second try, okay, how many minutes do you think the rats could survive and swam?
Maybe 5 minutes.
15 minutes they did before. So,
Okay, so yeah, so 20 minutes maybe.
Go on, 30 minutes?
30 minutes.
More.
1 hour. 2 hours.
They survived for 60 hours. The same, which could not survive for 15 minutes, the rats survived for 60 hours. You know why? What we learned. This is called the experiment of hope. You know, the rats got exasperated, but it understood they had a hope that somebody will rescue them. And that's just on that hope, they started swimming for 60 hours. And you know, many times we are thrown into that water. Many times we are thrown into that ocean of disappointment, despair. And some of the people who got exasperated and exhausted, sometimes they're lost in 15 minutes because they don't have hope. They're not holding on to that hope, that gratitude. But you know what? I always accept, this is me. I'm not preaching here. I feel the hand which has put into that water will also pull me out. That's the reason TD and Suparna keeps on swimming, because I know that they will pull me out. And guys, one thing which I want to tell you, that if you are going through some rough times right now, keep swimming, because there is a hand who is watching you. The hand which has put you in that water will pull you up. But you have that hope. You have that attitude of gratitude, which you know that they will pull you out. And when they pull you out, you will say, okay, thank you. And I really thank everybody on our way who's keep on pulling up and more pulling to be done. So thank you, Brit Worldwide. Thank you, Uplines. Thank you, Amway. Back to our hosts.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Fantastic, man.
You know, this
That
is
was awesome.
This is an incredible way to close out. Give them a hand, folks. I hope you're standing out there and giving a standing
grateful.
ovation to TD and Suparna, because they just wake you up. Thank you, sir. We appreciate it. Thank you very much. Right. So with that, we're gonna close out this evening, right? And I was just listening to all this, stories that TD
Recording
was sharing.
stopped.
And too many to name. And I love that last part of that rat story that you shared about, right? How many of you felt that, man, you know what? I can do this. I can continue to move on. I have people messaging one thing after the other. Hari, what do you want to share before I share some of the updates that people have been sharing? Don't turn off yet. We have something awesome to share with you. And then this incredible evening session is going to start here.
Absolutely. Even when TD was talking, there was a message about, man, we love this Hari and Hari show. And I hope that this is not going to end. It is going to continue. But I was talking with Kumar, and he said, he gave me a song to sing. It says, Hari, 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 Diamond Karo. So you can actually stand here and be a host, or we can go diamond. And we have chosen to go diamond.
And you know what? The folks who have been taking notes and texting us, gratitude is a heartbeat that should be practiced every day. Ravi and Anima from Los Angeles, right? Gratitude is something to be practiced every day. Everybody has, I love this one though. Today, you can either be a speaker
or a seeker
or a joker. I love that. Rajpal saying from Canada, right? It's not just about the money, but the whole package. Arpita, you've been texting like crazy. We love these messages. Folks, with that, get suited up. I'm telling you, you're going to have an incredible session. In the next part, all the heavy hitters of Brit Worldwide are going to be talking to you.
Absolutely.
So grab something to eat, get ready, and be here at 6:30 because the session starts at 7.
but I want to encourage you to tune in early, right?
It is going to be live Saturday night.
Yes. So with that, signing off from your grid office.
Enjoy.